night we sit by the lonely fire, and the world is what we long to see. Yet true love is my desire. Yet true love is my desire. From their plight, the sunlight shines on another day. Snow, it freezes us to the bone. Our silence is the cold price I pay. My words are for thine ears alone. My words are for thine ears alone. Seek ye worthy praise, while life is sweet on the vine. Full our glasses raised, hail us heroes divine, slavers of men, monsters felled by our might, dragons slain in their den, whisk the weak from their plight. No gold, my jewels, can I grant to thee. No Lord, am I by right, but at journey's end I'll sing a melody to win your sweetheart by tonight, to win your sweetheart by tonight. Seek me worthy praise, while life is sweet on the vine. Full our glasses raised, hail us heroes divine, slavers of men, monsters fed by our minds, dragons slain in their den, the weak from their plight. Seek me worthy praise, while life is sweet on the vine. Full our glasses raised, hail us heroes divine,
began with the suicide of Charles Blackwell, just days after his 55th birthday. Then the Rhineswan family massacre. 3 generations painfully passing from this world, crying the same crimson tears Blackwell had.
Sit alone on the edge of
5 members of the prominent Rhineswan family were found dead.
After that, the media finally gave their murderer a name. The Red Crier Killer.
Memento mori. Remember you will die.
Investigators believe the killer may be the same individual the media has dubbed the Red Crier.
Memento mori. Remember you will die. I know it's droll to sell my soul. I wanted to protect them though, but I couldn't even play my role. Now vengeance is my only goal. Memento mori. Too late for sorry. Now goodbye. Breath goes dry. I will cry when I remember you will die.
And good morning, best chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to some delicious, malicious morning nonsense chat. We are back. We have returned from the depths of hell, and now we're back with some more daily nonsense chat. Let's see, chat. Well, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We got some stuff. We got some stuff to go over. We got some stuff to dive into. We got some stuff to talk about. Got some interesting things, very interesting things, chat, to go over to discuss. Well, let's see. Let's dive into it. The Siege Garden says, "Hello, Aldine, best chat. Sick today and feeling the ache in my bones. Hope everyone is doing well today. Doing pretty good. I'd say this the day I missed yesterday was well worth it. Let me tell you, well worth it. I shall finish the detail when it's all said and done. I'll finish the details with you, disclose what I can. But it's been going. The issue has been going on for like how long has it been? 7, 8, almost 9 months. But dealing with this, like sometimes take phone calls at the stream. It's all been dealing with this stuff. So a big part of it is behind me now because of yesterday. So hopefully we can move forward and we can get this done. And if I handle it all, if it gets completely done, chat, we're going to have a good celebration. It's going to really pick up on the creative project. So I might be able to jumpstart Dr. Alpha. I might be able to jumpstart Dr. Alpha if this all goes well. So we might be able to do jumpstart Lady Midnight and Dr. Alpha. So we'll see how it goes, chat. Dr. Alpha, Dead Man's Alibi Part 2. But we'll see how it goes. God to be God. Good morning, the best chat. Remember to stay hydrated and stand against the evil. The voice actress to Lilo in the original Lilo and Stitch is I saw that. I was like, what the hell is this? She was only 35. Like what? I was like, how come we're and I saw some other people that were losing. Didn't we lose a few people from like Buffy that were not all that old either? Like we're losing a lot of youngish actors. Like what the hell's going on? And she died of like sepsis or something. And not only was she the voice actress for Lilo, she was the girl from the American version of The Ring, and she was the English voice actress for Chihiro in Spirited Away. So I know that voice. I know that actress. And like that's very unfortunate. It's very surprising news too. So that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate to hear. It's a Conor Ketchel said, "One lit Devin Rumble chat. Hello to you, Conor Ketchel from Rumble. Hollywood has not had good rights since the 2000s. It's I think they got a little too arrogant. They start at least the culture seems to have pointed in the direction of activism and spreading awareness as opposed to writing its stories. It's slowly began that way. So the 2000s was still pretty good. It might have been heading that way in 2000, but still the 2000s were still pretty good. It's like 2010 and past that when we really started to get the woke stuff. That's kind of what happened. Let's see, chat. But yeah, they kind of started. I think they got inspired maybe a little bit by the Captain Planet, where it's like we could write good TV shows that spread awareness. And some people might hate Captain Planet or whatever, but the thing is, with Captain Planet, at least it was kind of fun. I really enjoyed watching Captain Planet as a kid. At least it was colorful and fun, and it was really interesting to see the bad guys and stuff. So because they took you on an adventure, no matter what you might think, no matter what it might be. Was it a silly adventure? Yeah, probably. But at least it took you on an adventure every episode, and we can see what happens every episode. Right? Some bad guys, some cool nefarious plot. But now it's just like, oh, did you know that your heroes are awful and your country's awful and you're awful and everything, and the bad guys are actually the good guys and you suck. Yeah, I didn't being lectured about that for 30 minutes. Like, no, thank you. I'm pretty sure this is not something I really want to voluntarily watch. I've got to pay me to watch this stuff. All right. I really want to watch hours and hours and hours of crap about how America sucks. No, thank you. I prefer not to do that. Let's see. Shadow Interest says, good morning, Eldine Best Chat. Surprisingly cool today. Here with a high of just 70 Fahrenheit, 7 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 Celsius. The rain continues. It has been pretty rainy recently, I have to say. Book Column, hello to Book Column. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see. Morning, folks. Hollywood gaming industry shits on their male audience. Yeah, oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Let's leave. We got a little bit of Star Wars news. Speaking of shitting on your male audience, we got a little Star Wars news. It's a caller producer says, good morning, LD and Best Chat. And you want to see that Cole Lyoko is getting a new how long hasn't it been off the air for like 40 years? Like, how is it getting a new season? The Gemini says, what are y'all doing, Best Chat? What's the best way for me to get back into writing groove? Went from 4 chapters a week to barely getting one after being hit by the cold. It's tough. And for everyone, it's kind of different. I don't know. It depends on like what your mindset kind of is and what you like. But the best way to do it is just, I guess, slowly getting into it, or I guess the best way is getting excited about it again. Regaining that passion, because I guess once you get out of the pattern, once you get out of the groove, it's hard to get back into it. But yeah, regain the pattern. See what did you like about it? What do you hope to accomplish with the story? What do you hope to be the final narrative? Think of something cool, like a cool fight scene or something, and earn your way there, get there. But yeah, it's tough. You have to find out. It's more like a case by case basis, but hopefully you can find it. But I think what tends to work is thinking about something cool you want to write with the story or accomplish with it, and march your way there. Hudson Bomb says, morning, folks. Hollywood gaming industry shits on their male fan audience. They leave. Sales decline. What? They must be sexist or something. They're all Nazis. It's Illumined Fences, praise be to LD, but of course, Space King, may the nonsense flow. One more day till I turn 42. May I become the true hoopy fruit who really knows how his towel is. It's Illumined Fence, and happy early birthday. Fantastic. Dr. Chrisman says, so we lost Lilo, some music guy I never heard of, and Gene Shalit. If Larry was almost certain 100. Yeah, losing Lilo was kind of weird. It's kind of out of left field. Let's see. Ace of Swords, Silas Archer says, good morning, LD and Rumble Chat. Hello to Ace of Swords, Silas Archer. I'm currently at 675 pages, 219,000 words. I was wondering if that was going to be too much for a first novel or not. Probably not. I mean, it depends on like how much you need for the story. Like as soon as you finish it, start editing it, you might lose like a couple thousand. Who knows? But yeah, once you're done with it, edit it, go through it, see what works, what doesn't. And because writing, a big part of writing is rewriting. Cara Tolkien Nerd says, hi all, hope you're doing well. Just edited my DC Tim Drake fanfic story. Fantastic. Well done as well, Cara Tolkien Nerd. Well done indeed. Alan Burger says, we missed yesterday, LD. I assume you were too devastated by Jordan losing to Austria. The World Cup action to stream. Yeah, that was it. I couldn't go for a good reason. And see, Borleading says, good morning, LD and Best Chat. So happy it's Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow is Weeb Day. And the Visitor 22, good morning. Visitor 22, Gregory 90 says, good morning, Literature Devil and Best Chat. I've been watching the series Dark because I heard it was a better version of Stranger Things. I never heard of that one before, I don't think. It's pretty good, but it's like that, but with time travel. Interesting. Interesting. It is tough to make time travel work. It is very, very tough. It's on my list of things never to add into the story unless your whole thing is about that. Like Doctor Who. Like Doctor Who's whole thing is about time travel. So it kind of works there. And the chosen one trope. Like just don't add in the chosen one trope because you need to have an excuse as to why your hero wins. Like you have to make your whole thing about the chosen one trope. Avatar Last Airbender does that perfectly. Perfectly. That's so if you want the chosen one trope, it's yeah, look at Avatar Last Airbender. But otherwise, the chosen one trope tends to be a cheap excuse for your good guy to win. Although Harry Potter, I guess, kind of did that a little bit. It kind of did a good job, I guess, depending on what you see it as. Because if you know the prophecy, the actual prophecy as to why he's like the chosen one, why he's the boy who lived, it kind of comes down to the prophecy stating that Voldemort will choose. So it could have been Harry Potter or Neville Longbottom. It could have been either. So Voldemort technically chose the form of his destroyer without knowing it. Because Snape told Voldemort about the prophecy, but he only heard like half of it. So so the whole thing about him being the chosen one, he was the chosen one not because there's like some mystical, ambiguous chosen one thing that chooses people, but because it was Voldemort who chose him without even Voldemort knowing about it. He just marked him as his equal by accident, and of course, the reason why Harry Potter's still alive is because of his mom. But I'm not really sure if I like that one as much as the Avatar thing, because the Avatar thing, Avatar: The Airbender, is all about the chosen one. Like you are the chosen one, and you kind of shift around every once in a while. Like everyone knows this about you. Neo, the Matrix, the Neo for the Matrix, that one's a little more iffy. Like, why is he the chosen one? He just is. He just, and the reason why it's like the being a chosen one explains why you're awesome instead of you being awesome explains why you're chosen one, right? Or something else being explaining why you're the chosen one. I don't know. I guess that doesn't really fit, but it's more like why is he the chosen one? Because he just is not really a good answer. It's more like the Matrix kind of falls closer to the he's a chosen one, so we have an excuse to have him win. Why did he win? Because he's a chosen one. Why did Aang win? Because he practiced and he trained and he overcame these obstacles, and everyone knows he's powerful, so they know the fact that it in there. It's like I don't know. You could say that of course Neo trained and something like that too, but there's like a built-in law of the world as to why Aang is the chosen one. And they kind of do that something similar with the Matrix, but the first movie is like why is the chosen one? Why is it? Why is this guy the chosen one? I don't know. It's just kind of, I guess, kind of hard to explain because you have to get in the nitty gritty because it kind of feel very equal. But yeah, the whole thing about the Avatar as a series is that it's all about a chosen one. And the Matrix is it kind of the way it's written, the way it proceeds, it kind of feels like they're trying to justify why Neo is awesome, as opposed to or in Avatar's Airbender where okay, we know this guy's going to come in. We know there's going to be an avatar. There must always be an avatar. We got to train the avatar because his duty is to be the peacekeeper and the one who keeps the balance. I don't. It could be like a whole stream or a whole video that's explaining the chosen one, but it is kind of tough. It is kind of tough. But this is why I don't really use it. I would say not to use it unless you know what you're doing. Unless it's like all about it. But the thing is, using a chosen one, good stuff. Good stuff if you make it all about it. But I would say no to using it like 99% of the time. So same thing with time travel. Time travel can be tough to do. Chosen one can be tough to do. I would say. So usually I would say no to those things, but if you know what you're doing, it can still work. Let's see. The biscuit says, "Good morning, LD and chat. I'm in serious need of caffeine today." I know that need. Let's see. Dr. Crow says, "Good morning, LD. Promotion, part-time job secure." Oh, nice. Very good, Dr. Crow. I sat at the fourth floor. The floor fourth comes with a $3 raise and full-time hours. Well done, Dr. Crow. Well done indeed. Well. Congratulations, Dr. Crow. Hope things go well. Fantastic. Trying to catch us is a little more late of best chat. It's time for Thursday, so grab your favorite drink and kick back. Absolutely. Most smart says so Zempic. Yeah, just that's a big controversial topic, isn't it? Sometimes I just I know Vito was on Ozempic. Let's see. Rivim says, "Good morning, LD and Best Chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning." Sherman Johnny says, "Oh, missed the intro. Morning, all. I'm almost on schedule for my writing this week. Very cool. Shadowing Tronics, awesome. I might be figuring this blogging thing. It took me a few dozen years. You'll get it. You'll get it. But congratulations, Dr. Shadowing Tronics. Well done. Well done. Well done." Dr. Crow says, "She was only 2 years older than me. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, what happened?" And I guess she had some other problems. It was like she went septic or something. Something like she had a meningitis or something. No, it was like, I forgot what was it called. I don't think it was meningitis. It's like some sort of toxin. And she went toxic, and then they made her blood go toxic, and she went septic. It was weird. And see. Hello, hello. Let's get the show on the road. Sits in producer chair. Where's my coffee? Hello, T Meglathon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. All right. 1 second here, chat. Let's see. All right. All right, all right, all right. Heldenberger says, "I actually played Giles." That's it, Giles. Oh yeah, he was good. That guy was a really good actor, but I was somebody else. It wasn't Giles. I know that didn't really come as a surprise. Like, okay, well, he's kind of old. But it was Xander. It was Xander and Don. Like, what the hell? Like, Xander and Don weren't that old. Well, they both died. Like, what the hell? And now the girl that voiced Lilo and played what's her name, Samara, and played Chihiro is dead. And she's only like 35. What the hell? What's going on here? What's going on here? Let's see. Bobby Gibson says, "May I recommend the video, The Greatest Depiction of War in Fiction?" Possibly, possibly. I'm gonna check it out. Dr. Eber on the Force says, "Good morning, Aldine Best Chat. Have you seen the trailer for the new Hellraiser game?" Yes, I have. I have it on my wish list, actually. I like my favorite genres, of course, is horror. Looks kind of promising, but today, who knows? Like, I love horror so much. I watched that stupid like Winnie the Pooh horror movie. What's it called? Blood and Honey. It was stupid. It was retarded. But in a fun way only horror can produce. Let's see. Nora Man, hello to you, hello to you, hello to you. So Aluminum Fan says, "So in this fanfic, you the gay character?" I don't think so. I don't think so. To Nora Man, good morning, good morning. Carl Token Nerd says, well, hello to Carl Token Nerd. Let's see. Bo Smart says, "I love D&D and have ran a game where the campaign started with my party accidentally killing the story's chosen one, and they had to try and stand in, and it was a lot of fun." See, I so that's how you kind of like make a new version of chosen one trope. Like, you can play around with it. That's what I like about it. So my whole thing about tropes is the Pinewood Derby thing, where everyone gets the same block of wood, all right, like a trope. Everyone can use the same trope, but your job is to carve that block of wood into your own unique thing. And so when you go to the Pinewood Derby, boom, everyone has a different chance because everyone has a different style of car. There are different techniques they use, whatever it is. All this, but they all result from the same block of wood. So you can have, if you have fun with the tropes, which is what I like to do, then it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I do like the idea of like just I once had an idea of the hero comes in and hires the party, right? Because he doesn't want to go on the quests himself, so he becomes like a quest giver. He's like, "Well, okay, so I have this quest I need to go on, and I want you guys to go do it." Because the idea is that he's from a rich family of notable heroes, and he doesn't want to do it. He kind of sucks at being an adventurer. He knows it, but he's rich, so he can hire other adventurers to do it for him in secret, and then claim credit, and that's part of the contract. Oh yeah, the whole thing where the chosen one gets killed. I think that's a really cool idea, and I think I've seen that in a few not very many, but I think I've seen it in a few things where it's kind of reminds me of the other guys. Either the one where that trope comes from, like, "I can be your hero, baby." They jump off the roof and die. Like, it's like that, because those are definitely the chosen ones, right? Of the show. They're just two super cops, but they die, and now it's up to the other guys to solve the crimes. It's it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So Nora Man, thanks for $5 chat thing. Much appreciated. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Here we go.
Yes, 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 yes.
And Seymour Man says Harry Potter with Neville being the MC would be one short story. Yeah, because Neville's an idiot for most of the time. Like at least Harry was able to survive because he's actually all right with magic at the beginning, and he has friends like Hermione. Like Neville doesn't have these friends. Neville's a joke to everyone. I'm not sure if Neville even had any friends for like the first couple of years. Harry, this like Luke Skywalker. Harry had to have his friends come back him up in order for him to win. Because he could not have done it without his friends. Neville was kind of like this outcast nerd that everyone made fun of. However, Neville would have been a better protagonist had the story probably been more male centric. Where if it was about being built up as a warrior and stuff like that, because his parents were Aurors, which is pretty awesome. I know Harry Potter's parents were members of the Order of the Phoenix or whatever, but Neville's parents were just straight up Aurors. So even outside of the Order of the Phoenix, they were badasses. So it could have been like that. Like my dad, my mom are both like these basically holy knights and stuff like that. So it would have been pretty cool if we had Neville Longbottom be the main character and it was like more man centric. And I have a video, by the way, video chat. For those of you who are members of the channel, I've put out a post on my channel that links you to the raw video. I have no description on it yet, but you can begin watching it today. And that's the topic. That's the topic of the video is men and women like different things, and going over why men didn't really like Rey, for example, why men didn't really like these female characters coming in and into these guy-centric things, and and the thing going over the fact that you can have a female character lead up one of these male-centric stories, but you have to write them the way that men want them to be written. And I go over what women want to see in their stories. I go over why it might look the same but feels different. It's a 32-minute video. It goes over a lot, but it has a rewrite in there that kind of helps explain my point. So we'll check it. You can check it out today, chat. I'm hoping to release it on Saturday officially, but today, if you are a member of the channel, you can watch it early. Let's see. All right, the Mighty Whitey Trope. And see, Dr. Crow says, but still like Wheel of Time's Chosen One, where being the chosen one sucks. Everyone hates you or wants you to use you because you'll bring about the end of the world and might side with the Dark One. I've never heard of Wheel of Time. I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never read it. I mean, heard it's great though, or it's fantastic. Shad loves it for one. But it kind of reminds me of Afro Samurai. Right, where Afro Samurai, where it's like you technically have to earn the right to be the chosen one because you have the headbands, and so the Afro Samurai becomes like the second chosen one. You get the number 2 headband, which means he has to fight off everybody forever because everyone wants the second hair, the number 2 headband. Because the guy with the number 2 headband is the only guy in the world that can challenge the number 1 headband guy, and the number 1 headband guy is like a god, I think. But it's kind of like that. It kind of sucks. Like you being like the chosen one to fight the chosen one to fight the real chosen one. It kind of sucks because everyone wants you dead. Let's see. That's your name now. Your name is Bo Smart. All right. That's your name now. Okay. Great Idea says Dark is a German series. Let's see. From what I understand, they can travel through time in a cave and a later time machine that takes you to 33 years span. Oh, that's interesting. Why 33? Is that something to do with Jesus? It's a Megathon. It's the $5 super chat. Yes. And see, the only use of time travel is going to back to Crump yourselves so you can have 2 of the best shooters. Let's see. Wow, Wog. Thank you much, Megathon. David Musselman, this is the $5 chat. Appreciate it. Yes. Hey, Musselman says, good morning, LD and Best Shot. Have you seen videos of Europeans in America for the World Cup and reacting to the U.S. culture? Makes you proud and happy. Yeah, because I think a lot of people are getting the wrong idea about Americans, whereas if they think America is full like riots and looters and everything, it's not. Because it makes good cool fuel for news stories. And if America is full of like just violence, nonstop violence and destructive nonsense and stuff, then really outside is usually pretty peaceful. unless you're like in a dense city, blue city area, then it might get a little iffy. But if you're anywhere else, it's pretty fun. And see, can you imagine Voldemort be? Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting because Neville Longbottom was good at what was it? He was good with plants. He's like basically like the male poison ivy. Like he would probably become the male poison ivy. They're just really good with plants. Anyway, Chad, they got a guest in the back room. Let's see who this could possibly be.
Don't talk to me. I know you're a pervert under there.
Yeah.
And welcome, Stu of the Stew Crew.
Good morning. Are we winning today?
I think we are.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. How are you doing today, Stu?
Pretty good. I actually have the morning off, so I'm actually
Nice.
going to just enjoy being on morning nonsense uninterrupted for
Wink.
like I hope. Like sure would be nice.
Yeah, there's so much like you get a call from a disciple.
Like oh my god, like lately it's okay. I'm not gonna like when I have an update that I'm gonna be okay with. Like you guys are getting so many fucking stories. Like the last few months have been kind of nuts, and some of it's good, some of it's just annoying, and like hopefully nothing's catastrophic, but you know how people can get.
That's true.
The cult leader has arrived. You see, I like okay. I actually got a point about this. How is okay? What does it say about you when multiple people, unprompted, have said you would make a successful cult leader? What does that say? Because throughout my whole life, back when I was depressed, back when I'm now, and like back before, you know, like at every stage of my life, at every stage of my success and non-successes, people have told me you would make a good cult leader. And I'm not sure what to say to that, because what is a good cult leader? Does a good cult leader mean a successful cult leader? Am I forming a new Mormoncy? Or am I actually like, am I destined to bring people back to Jesus? Because I would be okay with that one, you know?
Yeah.
I'd be okay. The problem is, with my certain side quests and ambitions that I want, the Bible very clearly states that you cannot be a church deacon and have what I want. So my only options are politics at this point, guys. I don't know if I can start a cult. I'm sorry to tell you this. But I may not be allowed to start a cult.
I like it allowed.
See, I don't want blood orgies in my religion, because blood orgies lead to Epstein's, and we agree that we don't like Epstein's. You know,
The Epsteins.
I don't like the Epstein's. I think that's
it's floating around Twitter is like the Epstein class. Like, wait a minute. What do you mean by this?
I think as far as cults go, we want to avoid the Epstein style cults. I'd much rather have more Mormon style cults, but the more I find out about them, the less I'm happy I am too. Cults for monster waifus. What is? I like how chat's giving me advice on how to form my religion.
Like a monster waifu DLC to the handbook. It's like just okay. Here's how you make a monster cult.
Wait, what that person said? I thought blood orgies cause hepatitis C. I don't know if it causes hepatitis C, but I know that anything that Epstein does, I want to avoid.
Like cannibalism. I want to avoid that.
It's not a good call. I think it's a bad look. I think it would cause more problems than it would solve. And frankly, I just don't. I don't think overprocessed meat, because that's the only way to safely eat human meat, is overprocessing it. I don't think that's a good call for my cult. You know,
Stu knows this.
Stu, yeah, I do know that eating human meat is actually bad for you. In
order to eat it, you have to overprocess it.
Listen. I was fascinated by cannibal cultures at one point, and one of the things that they said is that they're all fucked up in the head, and that's because eating the flesh of your own species like actually does chemically fuck you up. So
It's probably not a good idea. It's kind of
Yeah.
how we got mad cow disease. People were feeding cow to cow, and we got mad cow disease. Let's see. At
only
least
in big doses.
Let's see. Normal man, let's get $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Normal man. Appreciate it. Let me see here. Here it is. Let's see. Norman says a chosen one story, but the chosen one is a fraud pretending to be the chosen one and getting into situations way above his pay grade, but somehow fails upwards. A la Life of Life of Brian. Life of Brian is hilarious. That's a really good, really good movie.
Okay, Dr. Ronnie with your shekels. I can't wait till we get to that one.
Let's see. But they much more man. Yeah, it's the chosen one stories about the chosen one is a fraud pretending to be the chosen one. Yeah, that's Life of Brian. Yeah,
that's really great.
He's been taken up. No, wait, there he is. Let's see. Dr. Uri the Fourth thanks to the 6 shekels says this is an interruption. How are you, Stuart?
I'm good, Dr. Ronnie. Thank you. I actually do appreciate that. I like it that people ask about me.
Lady Facet says, good morning to Lady Fast Slut. Hello to you. Alex Halo. Welcome. All right. Let's see. All right. Alex Halo to the $5 super chat says, the only cult allowed is the one with that worships Neptune from Neptunia.
Sure.
I don't think it's allowed, but it does exist. Let's see. Here we go. See, it says, especially these days, it says you are charismatic, have excellent interpersonal and communication skills, provide that missing link in their lives. Yeah, all you gotta do is have them give up everything connected to their regular lives and devote everything to the cult.
Yeah, it's actually like, I'm not going to say super easy to run a cult, but kinda, yeah. What you do is you just cut them off from from their families. You make them seem like you're the only person with the only answers. Like forming a cult super easy. Like especially a pathological one where they're dependent on you. The thing is, I don't want that because I hate low voltage people. I hate people who cannot think for themselves. And they're literally just like, what do I do? I was like, well, have you put any thought into it? No, then I don't fucking want you. It like I would host like the worst fucking cult of all time, because as soon as someone comes up to me and says, hey, how do I change the batteries in the fucking beeper or whatever, I would immediately crash out at them because it's like, why would you bother me with this? Yeah, the problem with cults is that you have to attract NPCs, and I can't stand NPCs. My purpose is to actively wake up NPCs and make them into player characters.
So. I guess so. Like this like the main character factory.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's if I were to start a cult, it would be a main character. Actually, straight up main character factory is a fantastic name for like a cult. Yo, we might actually have
D&D campaign.
We might actually have something here. Hold on.
The main character factory.
Yeah. By the way, did we read this super chat?
Let's see. I don't think so yet.
Okay.
Let's see. Dr. Ryan the Fourth says, I'm a doc stew. Blood orgies do cause hepatitis B. I don't want to get into that. It's probably not the best operational tactic.
I think orgies in general are just a thing that you should avoid if you want to run a main character factory. So Stuart would start an anti-cult, low key, kinda. But the problem is, whenever you want to like teach a bunch of people at once, keep in mind, not everyone is developmentally at the same place. If some people join the cult and they're like level 3 conscious, but I have a handful of people that are like level 6 conscious, then I got to tell the level 6 people and the level 3 people two entirely different things. And like it's going to sound contradictory. That's the hard part. That's whenever you try to influence a significantly large number of people at the same time, you have to consider that not all of their brains are in sync. That's why a religion like Christianity that has a very hard like morality system needs to be in place, and it cannot be that flexible. It's why when hold on, sorry, Jojo walked into the room. Jojo, do you have something important to say, or are you just interrupting?
There's a new Disney movie coming next
Oh,
year.
then we're gonna talk about this later, okay?
We'll go see
Daddy's
Gigi.
okay. Daddy's streaming, so please go ahead and go out. Can you shut the door, please? Thank you, dear. Sorry about that.
Let's see. But yeah, just
so yeah,
hepatitis.
yeah. So if you're like with Christian morality, whenever there's a group of people that say no, we should not encourage like homosexuality, the reason they're saying that is not because they're not necessarily saying gay people are bad. What they're saying is that they're trying to avoid exactly the situation we're in right now, where young people, every young person thinks that they're LGBT in some fucking way, and it's making things gross and weird, and the dating market sucks. And the dating market is the most important thing for young people because they need to be able to date and marry each other and stay together for a long time. That's how you build a successful society. And if there happen to be gay people among that, that's fine. The gays aren't the problem. It's the like gay culture behavior. It was Ryan Long that said, being gay is not a choice. Being really gay is a bit of a choice.
Let's see. Yeah, like those comedians are just popping in. It's just basically they're like the modern day like Bill Hicks and George Carlin, because they got famous telling it how it is, their observations on society. And but that's not allowed today. So it has to be like these guys on the fringes, this not the corporate comedians. It has to be like these guys who are on the outs with the mainstream and the corporations and stuff like that, who are allowed then, because they have no choice. The corporations have no choice but to let them speak. So they don't control them, but they're the ones out here making all these kind of interesting observations and making funny jokes that you're not allowed to say anymore. That's kind of why everyone had this consensus and we kind of recognized that humor was outlawed for a while.
Yeah,
essentially, because you can't do this sort of stuff. It's offensive. It's considered offensive.
And now we're at this opposite swinging point where now we reckon like a lot of smart people are recognizing the dangers of what we've locked ourselves into, and there's an overcorrection again. That's how you get people like Nick Fuentes, who is openly like
worshiping Hitler and stuff.
Yeah, like that's where you get the Kanye Wests of the world. You're speed running racism and you're speed running homophobia by outlawing any critique of the sort. Like you're not allowed to critique. It's not socially acceptable to critique the LGBT because they've been oppressed for bazillions of years. And you come and you see what the effect of the LGBT is having right now, and you're like, oh, maybe there's a reason for that. And
we're finding this out again. Like we had forgotten, but now we're reminded. But the German people did have a very interesting conservative leader at one time that really brought them out of poverty. His last name began with an H. He did have a crazy mustache.
He did?
Yeah, his name is Hindenburg, Paul von Hindenburg. They actually voted this guy into power, and he kind of helped drag Germany out of the rut it was in after World War I.
Oh, yeah?
And then, unfortunately, he appointed Hitler because Hitler was an angry little man. But Hindenburg actually did a lot of work to help bring in Germany out of the depression it was. I think he kind of made a new currency or something like that. It was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, funny enough, Gaia. Do you remember Gaia Online? You remember that?
I remember the name, but I don't really remember what it was about.
So it was like an anime. It was like it's like 4chan for girls, kinda, and you had anime avatars and whatnot. Like that's not exactly an accurate way to describe it, but it's close enough, and they had a problem for a while where their premium cash shop where you could buy items that were really rare and expensive. Like it nearly crashed their whole in-game economy, and gold became so inflated. Like back when I played Guy Online with Alex, like 1,000 gold was a lot of money. And then when they introduced the cash shop and the cash shop just started handing out gold, it totally tanked their economy. Like there was a point where you couldn't get even like common items without paying like 1 billion gold.
I think I've heard about this before.
Yeah, it almost happened. It's kind of happening in World of Warcraft too. That's why there are repair costs. Whenever you wipe, you got to pay to repair your equipment. That only exists in order to remove gold from a permanent economy. Because in World of Warcraft, it spawns gold. Like gold is just created whenever you kill monsters. And when you have 1 billion players like killing monsters all the time, and there's no way to remove gold from the economy, what creates the scarcity?
Yeah. So I think I heard about something. I don't think it was Guy Online. I think I heard about something like this happening in like what was it called? I think it was RuneScape.
Yeah,
it was like one of those old style things.
Yeah. So what they started doing, they introduced a new currency into Gaia Online where 1 million gold pieces buys you a new coin. And that was the same thing that that new German franc did. It's like because they would used to carry like billions of marks.
Yeah, just to buy bread or something.
Yeah, just to buy a single piece of bread. And the new rule was you can turn in like 1 billion marks or francs or whatever, and you would get one of the new bills, and that's how they save their economy.
Yeah, that's what Hindenburg did. So, and Hindenburg was a conservative. Like when your country's in trouble, you typically, historically, you turn to conservatives to save you. That's kind of what happened. Not Hitler conservatives, but like actual conservatives. But unfortunately, the anger was so much that people like Hitler became very powerful and influential. And Hindenburg thought that bringing in Hitler would be like, okay, at least we can control him. But then they're like, Reichstag fire, boom. So bad idea to appease these people. And it's kind of what happened with us over here, but on the other side of the political aisle. We started appeasing commies and stuff like that. People who are just openly communists, and look what happened.
Yeah.
So don't appease these people. They're just poison. And when you bring them in thinking you can control them, you can't. They're just poison. And see. Alex Haley looks at the $5 super chat. Let's see. Remember, Stu, and the Kool-Aid is the most important part of a cult. Very, very important. I don't know. It does have to be like name brand Kool-Aid. Can it be like make your own Kool-Aid?
They didn't actually use Kool-Aid. They used like whatever knockoff Kool-Aid. I don't remember, but it was never Kool-Aid. It's just nobody knows the brand name. I don't actually. Hold on. What punch did that one cult use?
This is great value. This is a Walmart brand.
Everyone says Kool-Aid, but that's actually wrong.
There's the
Flavor Aid.
Flavor Aid. Oh man,
they use Flavor Aid. Yeah,
they were gonna die, and they couldn't even get the good stuff. Let's see. Normal Man, the traditional $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Normal Man. Thank you very, very much. Let me see here. It's for too long you have been AFK. You must pick up the Xbox controller of your life and press start. Only then can you play the game of your life. The Grand Priest of the anti-PCism.
Honestly, low-key, I kind of like that.
Let's see. And then, here we go. This is Megalithon. Thanks for the $20 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. Very generous, Megalithon. Let me see. Get the right thing here. Here it is. Holy shit. It says Hindenburg was a badass. Captured a whole... Yeah, he was. Like, he actually had this really interesting history. Captured a whole Belgium town with just 20 men, and his sword just knocking on the town hall and demanding they surrender. And Stu, don't get me started on WoW gold. It'd be worthless and the most important.
Yeah.
Speaking of WoW gold, it's weird how you talk about World of Warcraft WoW gold and how it can feasibly connect to Epstein, because apparently they're like doing bribes and stuff. They were money laundering with WoW Gold back in the day, according to the files.
Oh, yeah. All right, so,
Which was crazy.
someone asked me if I would ever hook up with Lilith. I'm like, Lilith who? Like Lilith from the Talmud? And yeah, that's sure enough. Like, I don't know, was Lilith pretty? I'm looking at these classic drawings. She's a redhead, apparently. So I don't know, maybe. Like, what a bizarre
right?
question.
That'd be like that's like the most blatant like construction of the temptation test, and just sleeping with Lilith would be the worst idea.
It would be. I would have to fix her first.
Well, look what she did to Lucifer in Hazbin Hotel. You want to like that pussy?
Yeah, I think it's a bad idea, Chad.
They got together, took his balls like right away. Now he's banished to hell. Didn't turn out too well for Lucifer, did it? So I would say don't do it, Stu.
I don't think it's a good idea. I would agree with LitDev on this one.
Let's see. You want to be like the other versions of Lucifer, not the one that met Lilith, but the other ones. Let's see. But thank you much, Megathon. Appreciate it. Yeah, just a strange that WoW Gold. Wow, that WoW Gold can has a lot of connections. We'll say a lot of connections. Ghost says the gnomes are influencing the gnomes. The gnomes, Stu.
Yeah, damn it! It's the gnomes again.
See, we look into it. We look into the rise of the Lich King, and you look at who was funding the undead cult that started poisoning the rice, and who funded Kel'Thuzad. Like no one really looked into that, did they?
No, I don't think they did.
Crap. Like it's weird that the first thing that Arthas did after getting his soul stolen by Frostmourne was destroy Lordaeron and all of its records.
And then he went to the ice wall in Northrend and he kissed the ice wall. That was really weird, guys.
He kissed the wailing ice wall. It's kind of strange.
Why would you kiss the Banshee ice wall unless you were paid off? It didn't make any sense to me.
We never got into that, did we?
Arthas was a paladin of the light, you know. Why was he worshiping foreign gods? That's really interesting.
Very interesting. It's like the whole thing. Like people were so concerned with Kel'Thuzad and his cult, kind of destroying the whole of the kingdom and everyone was so focused on stopping it that they didn't really ask where did he get all of his money from? Where did he get all his money? How did he do all this? And turns out that according to the records that survived, it might have been the gnomes. The gnomes.
Yep. Undead armies don't come free, even if they do come with corpses. You gotta get funding somehow. Like
after all, the Gnomergon was destroyed, and they weren't too happy about that. They're trying to find their own location, their own new place to call home. It was but they still had tons and tons of money. It turns out.
Yeah, no, it's really weird. Also, I think it's a little weird that they keep claiming like 6 million gnomes died in Nomersia, like when in reality the population of like Azeroth at the time didn't exceed like a certain amount, and when you start looking into it, they would have had to have run they say they burned all the gnomish bodies, right? But do you think
tiny little fires
during the middle of the war, the Forsaken had both the mana reserves and the fuel in order to burn 6 million gnomish bodies? How come we don't see any gnomes in the Lich King's army? That's real weird. Are there any gnomes in the Lich King's army?
Actually, I've never seen any gnomes in Lich King army. It's like usually just like human skeletons. Humans seem to be the main ones that are missing by the dead. Maybe it's because I don't know. Maybe the gnomes did get killed, but maybe Arthas is just racist, and he only raises humans and dragons, obviously.
Maybe, yeah. No, and I heard Arthas's new replacement has been appointed too.
And see,
yeah, no,
but it didn't. So Arthas is dead, right? I think who replaced him?
Tyrion. There was the Ashbringer. The Ashbringer, I think, replaced him. Who?
That's interesting.
Arthas. Oh, as Lich King.
Let's see. Where are we now? They got that one.
Bolvar 4 dragon.
Never heard of the guy. That sounds like that his name is made by ChatGPT or something. Alex35 says, Fate series, like give me like ChatGPT, give me a new Warcraft style name. That's kind of gave up. I gave you this name. The Fate series Medusa would be a great person to sleep with through those two. I guess like if from Fate, maybe, yeah.
Medusa, the eye chick. All right, sure, whatever, man. I'm gonna take your word on that. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to look her in the eye. It'll be, in fact, it's understandable.
Right. Well, it's
like that's fair.
Yeah, I guess it's just my thought is, you know, I guess why Medusa? Like Alex Halo, there are so many pretty Fate girls. Why? And like so many of them are just down for like just the most depraved shit. What makes you think like Ryder's the best pick out of all of them? I'm very curious. No Viagra needed. I mean, I'm 36. I haven't hit that point yet, but once in a while, yeah, no, that'd be great not to actually have to put effort in. That'd be pretty cool.
Let's see. 1 second here. Let me go ahead. Maybe everyone's been so generous. Let me go ahead and update this real quick. We were on Tuesday at 2:08, and we are now 2:08. What do we have now? We are now at 270. Wow. We haven't even really started the show yet.
Wait, we're at 270 like today?
No, just all together.
Oh, okay.
I missed yesterday.
Wow. Oh, by the way, I do not have a con this weekend, so I can EFAP with you if you want.
Yeah, let's fap together, Stu.
There it is.
Let's see. But I think it comes out tomorrow. So the amazing Digital Circus movie comes out tomorrow on YouTube. I'm not sure if we're allowed to do that on YouTube, but I think we can watch it on Rumble.
Okay.
And or Kick. So
let me talk to the girls because I know because Alex and JoJo saw it, but my intern wanted to see it with me. So let me see what I think she'll be okay with it. Like it shouldn't be a problem. So
sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Winterlight says Medusa is a double bagger, on for your head and one for hers.
Okay.
So the gnomes run the banks, but they only run them for the alliance. Now the goblins run the banks for the horde. So
have you noticed that there's like there's a neutral zone for engineers and bankers that only goblins and gnomes can go to?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Like they hate each other in the open, but not
not when it comes to business and banking. That's really interesting.
But speaking of interesting, check this out. So it's a Clownfish TV video, but so I think we only need to watch a few minutes of this. But turns out that the numbers for Star Wars are in recently, and we'll see. It's a devastating blow. We'll see what wokeness has done to one of the greatest and most powerful franchises in American pop culture that has lasted for decades. Let's see what happens when even such a strong powerhouse of a franchise comes into contact with wokeness. Let's check it out. We all know 10 years of wokeness at Star Wars, the of its audience. Who are you making? Who are you educating or like who are you making more aware?
Sorry, bro, you are underwater a lot.
Uh-oh. Let's see. 1 second. All right, there we go. How about now? Better? Awesome. So, so after 10 years of wokeness, Star Wars has lost 85% of its audience. I was saying, who are they going to be speaking to? Who are they going to be educating or making things aware to if nobody is watching? If they lost their entire audience. Like if they made Acolyte season 2, they are essentially just preaching to the choir at this point. Like they're just people speaking to people who already agree with them. That's kind of who's left. 85% of its audience gone. And I keep saying that they should be in a way better position now. They had you could have imagined one of the greatest, most powerful, most cornerstone franchises of American pop culture, and it being funded by the infinite money of Disney, and it should be, and all the writers of Disney, It should be like they should be raking in billions every time. They should be on the top of a infinitely money generating machine. But they're not. They lost 85% of the audience. This is what happens after 10 years of wokeness. Everyone has walked away. No one cares anymore about Star Wars. Someone says, ever notice how in Halo the prophets wear funny hats? Yes. And manipulate other races to serve the unquestioning. I'm not sure if they even manipulate them. I think they straight up enslave them.
Yeah, no, that's real interesting. And they unite them under religious doctrine.
Yeah, literal brutes when they do start asking questions. Yeah, they're literally called brutes to start putting everyone in line.
They started like with the Halo Sengeli. they outed them when they started asking too many questions. It's really interesting.
They got rid of the elites for asking too many questions. The Ghost Goat says modern writers for big corpos like Disney are just sexually confused fanfic writers. That would be pretty accurate. Yeah, so far.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Very accurate.
Star Wars is in deep trouble, and apparently Lucas.
I'm not really sure if we have to watch this video at all. It's kind of the big news right here. It's like 85 Star Wars has lost 85% of its audience after 10 years of wokeness. Congratulations. And they all said that, oh, you're all just bigots. No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be hailed as a masterpiece after 10 years time. Masterpiece with can you be a masterpiece if no one is there to watch your stuff? 85% of its audience gone after a decades long strong franchise. Boom, nuked. It could not survive contact with wokeness. Nothing can, because wokeness is poison. But I thought that was kind of interesting news. Very interesting news. So no matter what they say, they'll say that it is fake. That more people are watching Star Wars than ever, because that's what they did with comics. When we caught them, saying things, we caught like their sales going down, everyone walking away from American comics. When we caught those numbers, they said, "Oh no, it's all fake. It's actually everyone is comics are booming. Everyone is reading comics more than ever. In fact, more than ever." And then you find that Kelly Sue DeConnick interview, which is like, no, comics are suffering. You don't really make money until the trades. And she also Kelly Sue DeConnick is like probably the wokest person in comics. She had ruined Captain Marvel, but she also mocked people saying comics are booming. That's kind of so everyone uses her clip where she's saying comics are booming. She's actually mocking people who say comics are booming. She said that because there are people around her who are saying no, comics are booming, guys, and she's like, no, they're not. They're falling. They're dropping like a stone.
No one wants to read their slop. It's bad. It's just trash.
Yeah, it's like, stop making things woke. No one wants to read this stuff. Star Wars, if people did want to watch woke stuff, Star Wars would not have lost 85% of its audience. It just wouldn't have. People wouldn't have walked away from American comics. These are two, like, superheroes and Star Wars are like two giants that make up American modern pop culture. Like, those are two central things that made up pop culture in America for decades, generations even. And they wokeness took them out. Wokeness took them down.
Freaking, like, comics survived 100 years of bullshit and bad business and just not, just like mediocre popularity. Everyone kind of understood the comics and everyone kind of kept up with it because, it was like the American mythology, right? Now, no one cares. No, like, people actively want the comics to end because now it's just like, please just kill it. Please just end it. It's done, Yeah,
and we say 100 years, it's been like 100 years almost. Literally. Because Batman has been around almost 100 years. So Batman has been around so long. Superman has been around so long that some of their stories are coming up for public domain.
Yeah.
Which is I think in America it's like death of the author plus like 80 years or something like that.
Yeah.
It's something like that. And they're coming in for public domain. That's how long the superheroes have been around and popular. So they went around 100 years until wokeness got a hold of them, and suddenly there's superhero fatigue. People just don't want to watch superheroes anymore because of superhero fatigue. I'm pretty sure it's because you ground them to the dirt with wokeness, instead of good stories. And people love Marvel movies back when they were about superhero stories, and now they're about chastising people for being, white or something. Anyway, speaking of which, let's see. Hollywood versus men. Hollywood keeps destroying its male heroes. Leads right into the next one. And see, and you notice every American commentator has the same stuff in the background. It's always Star Wars and superheroes. You know why? Because those are the two big points in American pop culture that are the most important. Like two of the biggest pillars in American pop culture is Star Wars and superheroes. Now they might vary in what they have behind them, but it's going to be some mix of Star Wars and superheroes. Now they might have like Transformers back there or whatever, on occasion. It's not because it's not just Star Wars and superheroes, but they're huge. They're two gigantic main cores of American pop culture. So that's why so many commentators from America have backdrops that mostly include Star Wars and superheroes.
Mm-hmm. I used to love writing strong, cool men, but now it seems like every male character we get.
Men are offensive in today's story.
Yeah.
It is some weird variation on normal SpongeBob. No rough edges and almost unsettlingly neutral. Hey y'all, Snarky J Cosplay here. Think of the last time you saw some of your favorite male icons. I know I'll think of it, but let's do this together. An aging, grumpy hermit Luke Skywalker drinking alien milk straight from a weird tibby. Han Solo as a divorced failure.
Han Solo probably got it almost as hard as Luke. He's so like after ending on the Return of the Jedi. And seeing like his great growth from the New Hope, where he's just kind of like, I'm out for me, kid. And, I don't really care about saving the princess or your hokey religion or your cause. I just want money, and I want to get out of the debt I'm in.
Yeah.
And he goes from that to, let's go, kid, let's go fight the Empire. He became a general for some reason. I thought that was kind of retired, but he became a leader. Well, he went all in with the rebellion, and he became Luke's like best friend.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff, and then at the end, he essentially got with Princess Leia. I don't think they, I think did they kiss? I forgot, but I do know there's a moment where Han's like, "So you and Leia, are you?" Luke's like, "No, she's my sister." Oh, okay.
Wait, wait
a minute.
Solo's like, hold on. The fuck is wrong with this family?
So kid, when you two are making out, don't remind me of that, Han. Those were different days, huh?
Han, I did not know at the time, but I've always known. Leia, why did you know? How did you know?
Like, I've always known. Really?
I hope you did. I wish you didn't say that, Leia, because that made it weirder.
By always, you mean like from when to when? Like when was the start date of always?
Mm-hmm.
So
also, did you have a sneaking suspicion? Were you like, I think I know this guy? Not, hey, I'm gonna make out with my brother to make my boyfriend jealous.
Hey, what was the inspiration behind your actions? But Han Solo grew from like this loner, kind of like burnout smuggler, to a hero who married a princess. And then when we get to The Force Awakens, they're divorced. Han Solo and Luke both abandoned their friends and family. And Han Solo went back to his old roots of smuggling for some reason. I don't know if that's like they hate him so much that he was just a burnout failure. They made him a burnout failure that went back to his old roots, or it's that same mentality of the story must never end. The whole till you're 90 thing.
Yeah.
They'll never let you go. Han Solo must always be a smuggler. It's kind of like the whole Plinkett thing. It's like where he reviewed Star Trek Nemesis. Like, oh yeah, here's a picture of Picard when he's younger. Look, he's bald for some reason. Now I assume that he shaved his head over a bat or something like that, but really the writer's like, oh yeah, our audience are morons, and if like we see an old school picture of Picard who's not bald, they're expecting us to scratch our thick monkey craniums and go, huh, who's that? Because Picard is the bald captain. So who is this? When everyone who's seen Star Trek knows that Picard did in fact have hair when he's younger. In fact, he still has hair now, just not on the top. So, but yeah, if you compare it to like, it'd be like if you went back in time and you met Abraham Lincoln as a kid, and even as a kid, he still had like a stovepipe hat and a beard. It started saying things like, "I fought my skull 7 years ago." That's kind of the thing here. It's kind of like that mentality. Like Han Solo was a smuggler, so he's a smuggler here too, and but this time he's a smuggler who abandoned his family and divorced Leia and kind of ran away from his problems. Great, that's exactly what I want to see old Han doing, running away and becoming a smuggler for some reason again, tossing away all the character development that he had during the original trilogy. Awesome.
You know what's funny? I almost feel like it could be thought of that they made Han Solo divorced again to give the old women in the audience a chance.
All right, now I can marry Han Solo.
Yeah, I genuinely think that might have been what crossed their minds and why they approved that. Because think about it, like the way women consume media, like and we consume media, entirely different things. If a woman cannot like project herself into the story, it just doesn't sell as well,
Yeah, it's kind of why a female protagonist for a woman's story is basically a pair of pants.
Yeah,
that's why Rey has like no personality, like that. And see, she only kissed Luke because she was pissed off with Han. It never meant anything to her. It was a very passionate kiss.
Okay, whether or not it meant anything to her, it sure meant something to Luke.
Yeah, Luke was like, "Oh yeah."
Like,
because Han was like, "Hey kid, you think a girl like that and guy like me?" And Luke's like, "No, she's mine, Han."
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it sure meant something to Han too. That's kind of the point. Like, it meant it. Don't worry, baby. It meant nothing to me. It kind of does, actually.
Let's see. Then what? And then why kill him? Yeah, I guess it's true. Like, does everyone like give the women like a shot? Although inside the story, I don't know why they would kill him, because like this, they just kind of did, because I don't know, he's supposed to die. But I do know Harrison Ford did not want to be in Star Wars anymore.
Yeah,
and he knows by this time, due to his work on Indiana Jones, that he's going to be doing this till he's 90.
Yeah,
they're gonna keep calling him back. So because he wanted to die way back in Empire Strikes Back, so he definitely didn't want to do this anymore. That makes sense. But yeah, so I don't know why they kind of made him a burnout loser. They could at least made him like a dignified husband of Princess Leia, but they didn't. They kind of just it's like you seeing a guy. So you're seeing a story of a guy who's like a burnout loser. He still thinks his band is going to make it, that kind of guy. And then he grows up during the movie or the trilogy and gains a sense of maturity. And then the sequel comes out and he's back in the basement thinking his band can make it. It's like that. But instead of being 20 something, he's now 50 or 60. And what? What happened to all of his character development? So that was a big issue here. And then also Luke being the guy who just abandons his family too. Like, why are all the male heroes from the trilogy losers now? Why do they have to make them like these burnout losers who abandon their families and friends?
It's not even just that, he abandoned his family, because you can the whole, like, this guy's oh God, what am I trying to communicate? It's worse than that too, because Han Solo didn't just have a band; he had a whole record studio.
He did, yeah, exactly.
like he was a general. He was like an important person in politics. How has he fallen so far from grace that he's now back to garage band status?
Yeah, for some reason, like he chose this for some reason. So they could at least had him maintain his character development, like where he was. And so in my new video that I'm going to release on Saturday or whatever, I kind of answered this by saying, okay, maybe he's just helping out his wife because maybe he's smuggling on her behalf, trying to fund the resistance instead of just being on his own, just smuggling on his own for no reason in particular. But anyway, David Musselman, thanks for the 20 gifted memberships. Appreciated. Very generous, David Musselman. Where are we now? Where's the proper one? Here it is. So Aldo, here we go, chat. Here we go. Megalithon plus David Musselman. Let's see. Well, welcome the 20 new members of the Lit Legion, of which are the past shows and the custom emojis. Thank you very much. And boom, shakalaka. Megalithon plus David Musselman. Fantastic. Thank you very much, everyone. All right.
Hey, David Musselman, could you give me a membership because I haven't gotten one lately.
It kind of hands them out at random. I think I used to see that where I never got any memberships, even though people were just like, I went to streams where people are dumping like 50 or something like that. Like, why am I not getting hit with these? I had to go into my account and involuntarily select that I do want to receive memberships.
Yeah.
So after that, I started getting free memberships. So sometimes you have to do that for some reason.
That's really weird. All right.
And see, Alex Halo, there's Vibe says only otaku women read like otaku men because they are otaku. I mean, that's true.
Sure.
I guess in some ways. I don't think that's all the way true. I think that men and women still like different things. They could like the same thing for different reasons. It's LD and Stu. If you have never seen Lyle Rath's Star Wars animation, it's perfect. I don't think I have. Lyle Rath? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
Let's see, but thank you much, Megalithon.
Yes.
And see, Carl Batista says, thanks to additional 5, Carl Batista says, Leia originally wasn't supposed to be Luke's sister. I hope not. Hope that was a change that happened later.
Sure.
It was a throwaway line in Return of the Jedi to get Luke angry. Sister. Yeah, that's right. I actually point that out in my new video. He was his sister.
It's a little weird.
because if you remember in A New Hope, the reason why Luke wants to go on an adventure in the first place because he's hormonal and found Leia pretty.
I mean, that's
got to go rescue her.
Perfectly good reason, yeah.
Like R2 is playing. If you look, R2 was playing the little like 3D video that she made, and he's like, "Oh, who is this girl? She's beautiful." And that's what really fired him up to go on an adventure. Of course, later on, Obi-Wan actually offered him the chance to go on an adventure. He's like, "Nah, I gotta go back to work and do some planting or whatever, make some water." Whatever moisture farmers do,
right? It's like what's like I kind of like I understand what they're going for with moisture farmer, but like, what is a moisture farmer? Like, it kind of makes sense,
I assume it is pee in a bucket and purify it or something. Have you ever seen Puffin Forest? Like Puffin Forest had a story like that where they were chased up a tree with a bunch of other survivors of like a flying airship, and they were trapped up there for a while because there was like hordes of bad guys down there at the bottom of the tree. And it's like, okay, we're running out of food and water. So the cleric is like, okay, hear me out. I want you guys to all pee in this bucket, and then I'm going to cast purify water or whatever. And they gave the water to the airship crew, and like, oh, thanks for the water. You're welcome. You're welcome. The truth is, Luke, sweet home Alabama with your twin. I mean, to be fair, he didn't know. Apparently, Leia knew, but he didn't. So I think he can be excused a little bit.
I'm gonna let Luke get away with this one for a minute.
But by Leia's own admission, she doesn't really get the same courtesy here because she apparently has always known.
So by woke definitions, what Leia did to Luke, is that sexual assault?
No, because he's a man.
Good point. Yeah, by woke definitions, no, you're right. It's not sexual assault.
By the way, chat, thanks for your generosity. We are now at 326. Thank you very much, everyone. Very much appreciated. 326. And we're almost there back to Venture Brothers. So, like, yeah, Venture Brothers, we covered the first 3 episodes of Venture Brothers last time, discussed them, EFAP'd them. Fantastic show. Still awesome. I love Venture Brothers even today. It's a really good show. In fact, I saw this video that someone made on it's kind of Venture Brothers-esque, and they use Venture Brothers as an example, but it goes over like you're like see if you're a minion and kind of like answering the question, how do the heroes always manage to infiltrate the bad guys' lair so easily? And it's like, well, you work for Psycho Overlord. Okay, it's like security of a base requires some level of uniform normalcy. Like, you know, you sneak into the Death Star. Everyone is wearing, like, you know, the white armor or the green uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but you're working for like a crazy megalomaniac psycho in a big layer in a world full of crazy characters. So if you are a minion and you're seeing like the new recruit who's like a midget or something, and it's like, and is wearing like an ill-fitting uniform, it's like, is this a guy infiltrating the base, or is this a new recruit legitimately and we just don't have uniforms to fit him yet? Like, if there's a guy walking around who's just like you know, who looks like one of the bad guys or one of your enemies, like, are you really going to question that? Because one, what is normal? Like, what is suspicious in this world where you have like weird dragons and people from other dimensions and weird people with like mutant faces or whatever? Dr. Girlfriend's strange voice. Like, what is normal here? What is considered suspicious when you work for a strange megalomaniac like the Monarch or something? And 2, even if you think it's suspicious, are you really going to make it your problem? Right? Are you going to report this? If you want to live, the answer is probably no. Then Steel says, since we keep discussing writing, would you consider adding a writer's channel to Discord? Technically, we do have one. It's called the OC. I think it's called where is it? I haven't done an OC stream in a long time, but technically we do have one. I think OC submission and creative discussion and creative corner. We have 3 channels there. I think that can be utilized, and also this bad fan fiction discussion, which is also pretty funny. But I think if you want to, you know, have a creative corner there, you can check it out, see if those help, and see. Yeah, do I really want to make it a Bri problem, right? If you're a minion working for, like, you know, this, what's his name, Sergeant Hatred or whatever, like, what's going to happen if you report it? Suddenly you're going to be the center of attention. And as a red shirt minion, not a good idea.
Of a smuggler, Indiana Jones. Oh my God, Harrison Ford, what are you doing here again? Oh,
you're 90.
And miserable. Boba Fett sitting around talking politics while a woman does the hard work for him. Din Djarin.
Isn't that Mulan though, or that's somebody else? Like, isn't that like the voice actor for Mulan? Because I know she was in one of these shows.
Hard work for him. Din Djarin reduced to babysitting. Thor turned into a scream.
They should have never given Baby Yoda a name. It should just always have been
the child
Baby Yoda
or whatever.
It should always literally have been Baby Yoda. That should have been the name of Grogu. This call him Baby Yoda.
Punchline, Lightning McQueen being mocked for aging, and most recent of all, Sheriff Woody being taken down with a bald spot joke.
Yeah, it's funnier to me because I've watched Smiling Friends. It is like I want Woody to go out there and start killing like those little green aliens to put on his head. You know, like the wizard. The wizard was killing all the Smurfs and stuff, or whatever they were called in the show. And he's like, okay, I crushed them up into blood, and I put it on my head to grow my hair back. That's what I want to see Woody do. When he's crushed up those little green aliens.
That's
Look,
funny.
guys, I read on the internet that the green alien mush will help grow my hair back.
Wow, none of that looked cool at all. Yeah, that's because they're not anymore. So what happened to our male heroes? Notice I went from Marvel to Star Wars to even like kids media. I mean, seriously, when was the last time Hollywood let a man be cool without finding some reason to humiliate him for it after. We're gonna have to get to the bottom of this together, okay? But first and foremost, let's talk about the archetype of the male hero that we used to admire. Our male heroes back in the day were incredibly competent. They were sincere. They were masculine, which sounds like a dirty word now. They were flawed, but admirable. And above all, they were aspirational. They gave us characters where we wanted to aspire to be like them. They were inspirations for young men, and honestly, inspirations for young women, because I identified with and admired so many male characters growing up that, to be honest, I think some of the qualities of these characters were universal. And what characters am I talking about here? Let's give Harrison Ford his flowers, right? Han Solo, Indiana Jones. Let's talk about Aragorn from The Lord of the Rings.
There's a really good argument that Aragorn is one of the peak examples of masculinity, because he, to put it simply, he is nice until it's not time to be nice anymore. Mm-hmm. He's gentle and caring and slow to violence until it's time to get violent. And then he's pretty much unstoppable. Like, he's out there like slaughtering tons and tons of orcish super soldiers, and it's pretty awesome. So yeah, Aragorn is really good. At least Aragorn from the movies, really good, humble man, friendly man, kind of like humble enough to understand when people are kind of like being foolish or idiotic or having an emotional breakdown or something like that. So he's a really good character. He's a very admirable character. So yeah, John the Reaper, Golden Reaper. Like Stu says, watch the Reaper or Possum review for the He-Man movie. And I want to go see the He-Man movie. I heard it's mostly really good. I've heard really good things about it from most people.
Yeah, Critical Drinker really liked it. A couple other people really liked it. A couple people mentioned how it is a little it's a little anti-toxic masculinity at bits, but it's not like overt over it.
Yeah,
I think I'm okay with that. Yeah.
And see, and it's a little bit silly, but it's He-Man, so that's good. It's a good thing,
right?
And see,
The Rings. I got that video coming soon. You guys already know. How about in Gladiator? Maximus.
Gladiator, yes. Maximus. The great Maximus, one of my favorite movies still.
Decimus Meridius, okay? That's a f***ing legend. Tony Stark, even, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. None of these characters were perfect. They're not perfect people, but the stories still respected them, and that's the difference. Older movies understood that admiration is not necessarily some sort of endorsement of a character as an icon of perfection. And modern Hollywood, much like they seem to misunderstand a lot of concepts, doesn't get this one at all. And that's because modern Hollywood doesn't really trust your male heroes anymore. Hollywood has an issue with some traits, okay? Masculinity, big one there, okay? They seem to confuse toxic masculinity with regular masculinity. All of it is bad. They don't necessarily like confidence. They don't necessarily like a sense of swagger anymore. They don't like stoicism. They don't.
Let's see, Matthew Bockholt from Twitter saying, or X, the plot is lacking, but the themes are on point. I'd say it's not about toxic masculinity at all, but it's but true masculinity. Whether the writers know it or not is a different question. Yeah, some people don't really know. Sometimes there's like maybe one writer on staff who knows what they're doing or something. Mm-hmm. But I heard a lot of good things about it.
Like men who are into leadership, because now things need to be softened or deconstructed, sometimes openly mocked, and often apologized for. And again, there is,
and also with the movie, the smiling and winking at you, like, so look, audience, for both on the joke. That's to top it all off. Like, not only are they tearing down traditions and tropes and heroes that we love a lot, but they're also like turning the camera and winking, like, haha, isn't this funny? Haha. And that's almost probably just as annoying as everything else. Like, no, stop winking at the camera and being in on the joke with us. Stop it.
There's a difference. Some of these traits, to some extents, in some contexts, can be toxic. But that doesn't mean that they always.
Could you imagine if old shows did this? Like, imagine like a Batman the Animated Series, and they did this, and you're watching like a cool episode where Baby Doll, the one with Baby Doll, the first one, where she's captured her old co-stars to bring back the show, and she's she's trying to get revenge on the cousin that usurped her throne, and then at the end she's hugging Batman. She's like, I didn't mean to. and then Batman farts because we're getting too deep, getting too serious. Batman goes, "Oh, sorry," and then we have like a 5-minute thing of Baby Doll reacting to Batman farting and Batman being embarrassed and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, sorry, I had chili dogs earlier today. I didn't." And then Baby Doll goes, "Oh my good, I can't, man." That's wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that make the whole episode way better? And we just had like a fart joke to just disrupt the tension. Wouldn't that be great? And then they both say someone drops like a fourth wall break. Like it was the producer's fault. He gave me the money. Like he bought lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like almost like Batman Harley Quinn, where they have Harley Quinn fart in the Batmobile, and we had to wait a minute or something that while they basked in it and reacted to it. What a highlights of the Batman movie of Harley Quinn and Batman. What a great movie. It would have been terrible had it not been for the great Harley Quinn farts in the Batmobile scene. What was it? I think Batman had some weird commentary about it. Like Robin was going, "Oh, this is awful," and then Batman was going, like it's not that bad," something like that. Like what is going on? What's with? And then they made a comic book about Harley Quinn farting. And what the hell is this? What is going on?
It's their weird fucking fetish, man. It's like all fetishes are valid unless it appeals to like vanilla straight guys. Like I am noticing that they're adding like what I would call bone throwing kink stuff. Like, oh yeah, no, it makes sense for you to like the big titty girl, but we're also gonna make the big titty girl lesbian because she's not for you. Yeah.
We all know you like Tracer, right? Well, we're gonna make her lesbian.
Yeah.
The internet erupted in a big frenzy over Tracer's butt. I think it was her butt, and then they made her lesbian because we can't have straight men liking her. That's objectification. We got to make her lesbian so she can't be straight and get with them.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Soldier 76. Like they made him gay because like every time Blizzard had like a new controversy, like another employee like stole breast milk from the fridge, like another character came out as like some kind of LGBT. Yeah, no, it was consistent. It was like you could tell
in case of emergency, break glass.
Yeah, no, it's LGBT. It was just a distraction. And the thing is, there was a point where everyone knew it. Where are the vanilla women? We're not allowed to have them anymore. No, they're either gay in some way, they're mentally disturbed, or there's some kind of catch. There is no just good waifus for you anymore.
And if they are, then they'll quickly go in there and go, "Oh, okay, they're gay now." Like if you can't have straight men liking this character.
Yeah, no,
fortunately the rebellion happened, and now there's way more evidence that Tracer's straight than evidence that she's lesbian.
That's always been funny to me. Like I do think that's hilarious. Like whenever the official source says something and the fans go, "No, we don't care about that."
Actually, Tracer's lesbian. Well, this I'll tell you right now, I have a terabyte of evidence that says she's not.
Yeah, it's like I get so annoyed. Like I will be selling at a convention. There's a person that comes up. They see like an Alistair from Hasbin Hotel. They see the Alistair body pillow, and they're like, "Oh man, I love it! Like the artwork's really nice. It looks like it's canon, and your quality is good. That's great." I said, "Cool. Would you like one?" "No, I respect the character too much, and I recognize that they're ace." I'm like, "Bitch, I didn't ask you to have sex with my pillow. I asked you if you wanted to buy something."
All you gotta do is sleep with the pillow. You're not gonna
like
look. There's no hole in this thing, all right?
yeah, no, exactly. They all seem to think that shit. They're fucking porn brained. They're porn brained out of their goddamn mind. And I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, nope. Like when I hear that, the worst one, the most annoying fucking one I hear is "that's a child," and I'm like, no, that's a thing. You made it weird. You get right the fuck back here. No, I'll pull them right in front of their fucking parents, and I'm like, no. You tell me exactly what's wrong with this. It's a body pillow. And what part of this is sexual? Like I will make them walk me through their whole logic in front of their parents. And I'll even tell their parents is like, "Yeah, you hear this? You hear this?" And they're like, "Yeah, but what can I do?" And I'm like, "You could step up. You could step up and be a fucking parent." Oh, the worst one too. there's like 4 and 6-year-old children that come up to me and they're like, I want the Stolus body pillow. And I'm like, the fuck did you just say to me? Like,
Stolus.
Yeah, they're like they want Stolus. They want like their favorite character is like Asmodeus or something. Or they like, I want a Valentino, but I hate him so much because he's so mean to Angel Dust. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean?
Why do you want a Valentino then?
Yeah, it's like, first of all, like you're 6. You should not know who Valentino is.
It is also true, yeah. Probably shouldn't. It's kind of weird to do.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like I remember that whole story with Tracer. He's just like, the guy's little brother comes in and he's like, she's from a game.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's a meme they understand now too. Like they're all catching up, like at the same time. And a lot of them know what they're doing is wrong. And I'll even tell them, it's like, listen, like when I was younger, I snuck South Park, you know, but that's the difference. I had to sneak South Park. I understood that it was wrong and it was a thing for grown-ups and that it was not like I should not be engaging in the grown-up communities that they're in. These kids don't have that limit. They're not sneaking it. They're openly watching it with their parents or like with their parents' permission. They're like, oh, you know, and their parents are like these low voltage idiots who do not understand what they're exposing their kids to.
Like, oh, it's a cartoon, so it should be fine for kids, I guess.
It's not even that. They all drank the Kool-Aid too. They think because it's LGBT, it's okay. When the show, like even the show's creators are like, stop letting kids watch our fucking show. Like,
yeah, it's very adult. Like, Hasbro and Tell, very adult. I don't let kids watch that. They
like
should.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, no, but it's like that because even like Brendan Rodgers and all the actors from the show, they will tell parents all the time, it makes us incredibly uncomfortable when children are at our panels and they're asking very like detailed sexual questions. Like they should not be here. And these parents are like, huh?
That is pretty creepy.
It's a problem. And like the actors and the show creators are like, dude, like why is this happening? And it's because of this fucking culture they made and they refuse to acknowledge it.
That's a tough thing for the panel. Like just okay, he's a fan, but it's a kid, but asking these very strange questions. You know, it's just, what do you do in that scenario? I'm not answering that one from someone like you. Like, is that going to be your answer? That'd be kind of.
Sometimes it's what they had to do. The first one is like, where are your parents? And I remember one time, I think it was Brendan Rodgers who finally had enough, and he said during a panel, "You have terrible parents." Like,
I mean, it's true apparently because like the parents are letting their kids just watch this stuff and then talk about this stuff and engage in this stuff. Yeah, it's pretty. Where are you? Do you exist as parents? Like, where are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, no, it's really gross and it's a problem. And like, again, at least to the actors' credits, they are at least frustrated by this and they've asked parents not to bring their kids there, but they're still fucking doing it because we have this culture that is obsessed with this stuff. Like they've got this idea in their head that they have to do it to make up for some like perceived slight in the past, and it's not true at all. Like, yeah.
If they didn't do anything directly, then they have nothing to make up for. You don't have original sin with this stuff.
At least not racial sin, you know.
Yeah, not or sexuality sin, I guess you could say.
Yeah, they seem to be under the impression, and again, that's not a Western mentality. That's not a Western idea. Like, especially not a Christian one, because Christians don't believe in the sins of the father thing. Let not the child suffer the sins of the father. That's been a thing that like Christians have been pointing out for a very long time. That is entirely a different culture's mentality, one which I don't need to point out, but it's something that they are very, very commonly associated with, is they have like collective guilt, except when it comes to their own culture, of course.
Tank Ferret, thanks 2 says it there. Right it off for you. Thank you much, Tank Ferret. Appreciate it.
Are. But that's the issue here, is that Hollywood lost that sense of nuance, and they eventually became obsessed with the idea of, yeah, but what if your favorite hero sucks? What if he's just the worst. And they just decided to take that and run with it. Sometimes that idea works and becomes interesting, but now it's constant. I know I sound like a broken record, but I have to go back to Luke Skywalker. People didn't hate him in Star Wars The Last Jedi because he got...
Yeah, unfortunately, the reality is, if you want to reach a wide amount of audience in America and make sure that people kind of understand what you're talking about, the main examples you want to use are superheroes and Star Wars, because even if you're tired of talking about Star Wars, there's a good chance that even if you're not into Star Wars or superheroes, you know about the story and the characters. So yeah, we kind of have to go back to Star Wars. You got to go back to Luke Skywalker every single time. We do. It's just if you want to make a broader point, we have to talk about this stuff.
Old. We hated the cynicism, the hopelessness, the rejection of his core identity. Luke was literally a
he's like this is like Han. He was totally different by the end of Return of the Jedi. They're totally different from what we get in The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi. They're completely different characters, down to the core.
Representation of hope, of optimism. He was a representation of the hero's journey, the belief in redemption, and this movie basically reframed him as bitter, cowardly, and just defeated. And Hollywood keeps doing this. To not talk about Han Solo again, let's look at Indiana Jones. Modern Hollywood has really made a meal.
Indiana Jones specifically is a very till your 90s role for Harrison Ford. I would, what would be kind of funny, and I wouldn't put the past this, is like what's his next movie? The Fugitive 2. I can't wait for that to happen. Like, they want to get him back as the fugitive, was John Kimball? They want to get him back. Like, what is John Kimball doing this time? Oh, whoa, my goodness, this time his new wife got killed or something. I don't know. It's like this time around, something else happened. Now the Dr. Kimball is on the run again, and they're going to bring back. See, as Tommy Lee Jones still alive. If Tommy Lee Jones is still alive, they're probably going to bring him back as Detective Gerard. It's gonna. Here we go again. It'd be so. But it's funny because I know they would do that. They would. The Fugitive 2. Harrison Ford.
We definitely need a second Fugitive movie for sure. Yeah.
And if that's successful, they're going to definitely do a Fugitive 3 where he's on the run again.
He's like ancient. I escaped from the adult daycare facility.
It's going to be Harrison Ford running away with a cane. Tommy Lee Jones kind of scuttles after him with a walker.
They're both on golf carts. They're like running around the retirement home.
I'm gonna check every outhouse, every hen house.
Air Force One, 2.
Air Force One Part 2, second term. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! They do some fucking Trump allegory. They're going to do some fucking Trump allegory.
They give him orange hair.
And be like, I look ridiculous, and then like leave or something.
Yeah, something like that. Let's see. Goes. Dr. Kimball's accused of stealing all the Metamucil from the old folks' home. Get after him. Get after him.
Out of taking legendary men and turning them into one of several things, sometimes a combination of all these things.
Siege Gardens. There's no way what you said is real. I refuse to accept that reality.
Titanic 2.
That's not real.
Boogaloo.
That cannot be real.
Yeah, you see, in Titanic 2, after spending a few years in her new life, Rose is actually pretty wealthy and rich, and so she gathers up a bunch of well-known mercenaries to go on a second voyage to get revenge on the iceberg that sank the first ship.
See, I know you're joking, but part of me is like, maybe he's not.
Or am I?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's real or not. I can't even say that it's a false thing.
You can't even confirm if it's false or not. It's that fucking we've gotten to that point where I don't know.
We're gonna put that iceberg on ice.
Either they're an exhausted relic and they get made fun of for being old the entire movie, a joke in general, which is what they ended up doing to Thor.
And see, Nora Manage 5 says lukewarm take. Evil Superman was always a hack idea. Yes, it is. Yes, because it's like the ultimate good guy. What if he was evil? Is this? It's so easy. It's an easy thing to go. with.
Yeah. And the thing is too, like again, when it comes to like my group that I'm following around right now, it's kind of what they do. They don't really have like heart to heart, like quiet moments anymore. If anyone is doing something like serious, they can't handle it, and they just kind of undercut like their own,
because authenticity is scary.
It is.
It's become scary. It's become something that they kind of want to stay away from, which is why it's so appealing when others are so authentic. It's kind of why people kind of carry around the microphone in their hand and in videos these days, because it feels more authentic. It feels more like, oh, they're just a regular guy in their bedroom. They can't even afford a lapel mic, that sort of thing. So they like to see it in others, but it's kind of like you're watching a scary movie and you kind of find it admirable that the person is continuing down the dark hallway or whatever, into the scary moments. Like you watch Silent Hill, like it's really admirable to see these people kind of continue on in Silent Hill. So it's kind of like that. Like you're scared of it, but you find it admirable in others. Like the modern day people are afraid of authenticity, but they do find it admirable and attractive in others. So they will like videos and be more into the video creators if they seem more authentic.
Sure, yeah.
Because it is scary.
It
is scary to be authentic today.
It is. No, because like no one wants to look a fool. That's why the word cringe even exists. It's like, like if I say like, I've gotten to starting to tell people that like I love them. I've been saying it more often because I do. I have a lot of love for people, but it's cringe to say that. You know what I mean? And like
being authentic is because it's usually considered cringe.
Why is it cringe? Why is me telling me that I care for you and that I want what's best for you? Like, why is that cringe? That makes no sense. So I'm trying to like tell more people to express that emotion. Now you don't have to be a little pussy about it. You don't have to be a faggot about it. Like don't go like I love you, man. No, just tell it's like I love you and I care what happens.
You're only allowed to do that if you're drunk.
Yeah. And even then there's a limit, like if you're crashing out every time you get drunk and you start like doing this little pussy shit, no, that's not okay. But you should let people know that you care about them because that's important,
Yeah, exactly. Very important.
Instead of treating men's mental health as a real problem, they just made fun of him for being fat and depressed the whole time. Really reminded me of my high school experience where I also got made fun of for being fat and depressed, but hey, it, right? They also make them into failures and then they make them into a warning. Like, this could be you if you are also a man. They did that to Indiana Jones, Han.
And when Stu gives you a hug, hands above the waist. Exactly. Exactly.
Solo, they even did it to fucking Lightning McQueen. You know how hard it is to take a little red sports car and go, ooh, wasn't he so cool in the first movie? How he learned to love friendship. I'm doing this because I'm imagining one of my die casts is in my hand. Let me just hold on. They were like, ooh, what a cool little sports car. Isn't he so fast? What if in the third movie he was old and nobody cared about him? And I know nobody noticed this, but I'm going to call it out anyway. This isn't a Lightning McQueen at all. This is a Michael Schumacher Ferrari. You've been duped. This is a die cast Lightning McQueen, of which I have like 40. Anyway, my whole point, okay, is that even with Lightning McQueen, a harmless character that learns the value of friendship, they made his second movie ridiculous. I have a whole video on that. But then the third one, they were like, what if he was old and a yellow car with a super diverse name replaced him instead? And then by the end of the movie, the reason—
Brilliant! Make 40,000 movies about this character.
Why this is super important to me is that they—
Actually, replace him with a diverse yellow car and then make a movie about it. And then when it fails, we're going to continue to pay for 400 sequels about this character, despite the fact that every single movie makes less and less money.
Actually painted him navy blue. And sure, oh my god, it's an homage to the Hudson Hornet. I don't give a shit. If these two toys are on a shelf, which one does your son pick out?
The red one. obviously.
The navy blue one
Because the red one goes faster, as we all know.
or the bright red one. Or even better, when the navy blue one is now next to a yellow one, he picks the yellow car. They found a way to make Lightning McQueen, 7-time Piston Cup champion, irrelevant. I'm sorry to have gone off the rails on Lightning McQueen, but you don't understand how much Cars 3 pisses me off. That could be a video in and of itself. Anyway, I think one of Hollywood's big issues with a character like Lightning McQueen and some others that I'll mention later on is that they don't like cool anymore. Cool kind of became suspicious to Hollywood. Modern writing has an abject distrust of earnestness because sometimes these characters
Red because it goes faster. Of course. Yeah, exactly. Red car goes faster.
they're honest. They
Lady
are
Fastlot is
who they
pointing
are.
out
And
the concept of 4 loves: storage, philia, eros, and agape.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know about this. Like, it's like the 4 humors. I didn't know about those either. If you
The
got
4 humors are the Ninja Turtles.
is that right?
Yeah, the Ninja Turtles are the 4 humors. It makes it a little easier to remember because because Ninja Turtles are known to a lot of Americans.
Mhm.
Let's see. But yeah, the 4 humors, pretty easy to remember if you connect them to the 4 Ninja Turtles, like the Ninja Turtles when they have personalities. Not
Yeah.
when they're just 4 of the same guy.
Hollywood doesn't really like that anymore. Older media would let characters be cool sincerely, but modern media undercuts any move or any moment that could be cool or slick. They have to undercut it with irony to make sure that that character is the butt of a joke instead. Quips during emotional scenes, one.
Aha! See? Like my example with the Batman the Animated Series. Imagine if they just had the touching moment where Baby Doll hugs Batman and goes, "I didn't mean to." Then Batman farts. Gotta break that authentic drama there. Can't have our viewers do too much emotional labor.
Liner dialogue, that sort of self-aware fear of sincerity, they all tie into a major issue with writing in Hollywood, but they all do a really good job of undercutting the value of these cool male icons. It's almost like Hollywood is now embarrassed by any of the traits that used to make these men cool. And it's funny because this entire video was actually sparked by one conversation that I was having with my dad the other day. When we watched The Mandalorian and Grogu, I was telling him that it almost felt like the character that I was seeing now was a completely different guy from the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, because I thought Din Djarin in those 2 seasons actually had a swagger about him. He was kind of slick. He was interesting. He was like, the coolest man in the world, Dose.
He was pretty cool in the first couple, I guess the first season or so. But then we find out, of course, that he's, Pedro Pascal, and then all that cool kind of went away.
East commercials, that's kind of what he felt like. And in this, he kind of just feels like a soulless nanny. He's just irrelevant. He's a vessel to transport the little green guy. And even that was a major shift from what I remember of Boba Fett. I know. He only had 3 or 4 lines. One of them was a Wilhelm scream as he fell into the Sarlacc pit. That's not what I'm saying here.
It's a pretty epic run. You have 3 or 4 lines, and you're like a legend. And plus, one of your 3 or 4 lines is the Wilhelm scream, a legendary scream.
But remember, in Jabba's little party hut there's a scene where he's leaning against the wall. Like, that's some slick shit right there. That goes hard. And when he goes to move into the fray to see what's going on, there's women around him. Like, this shit right here.
That reminds me. Remember, I don't know if I told you the story still. I don't know if, you probably know it, but it's a Ronan Kitchen story where the artist was like, he was trying to design Shishio, and he's like, well, okay, I gotta make him cool, but what do I need? What, like, he's missing something, right? So he gave him like a cool sash, the purple like kimono, whatever he's wearing. I was like, okay, so he's not cool enough. So he gave him like a cigar. No, he gave him like a pipe to smoke, and like, he's still not cool enough. What do I do? Oh, I'll add a woman on his arm. Boom. So the reason why Yumi Yamagata exists is because she exists to be an accessory to Shishio. Because she completed the package and what he looked like.
Yep. Because sometimes a hot woman on the arm just completes the aesthetic. It just makes it better.
It did. That's literally the story about how the first time you see Shishio in Rurouni Kenshin. That's why it looks like that, because he has, he looks cool. He needed to look cool. So now he has a pipe because smoking is cool, first of all. So just get that out of the way. Smoking is cool, and that's why all my characters smoke. And
you are as strong as your weakest vice. And there was a very entertaining. His name is Al, or Al Jokes, and because his name is Alex, and he posted a video of a mobster who was vaping.
That's man, it's vaping is not cool. Smoking, however, is.
Yep, smoking is cool. Vaping is gay. Yeah.
It's kind of like ever see the episode of Futurama where it's like a Bender becomes human? Like, I could smoke and drink now. You smoke and drink when you're a robot. Yeah, but now it's bad for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of how it goes. Like, yeah, now it's bad for me. Like, it's cool that you're smoking. Like, smoking is cool. It's why Dr. Alpha smokes, why Lady Midnight smokes. Because smoking is in fact cool. Now, that it's like, oh, I thought you shouldn't say that, but it is. It is really cool. However, you shouldn't do it. Like, you shouldn't smoke, but it is, however, cool. It's kind of an inconvenient truth that we have to all deal with. That's why people do it. It's it gets you a buzz, and it looks really, really badass to smoke.
Now, do you personally smoke? I'm just curious.
I don't. Mm-hmm. I don't. I smoke a cigar maybe once or twice a year, for New Year's and maybe for my birthday. But I don't smoke.
I have only ever smoked a cigar after a threesome. That is the only time I have ever smoked a cigar. And even then, I was like, well, that wasn't very good.
Cigars are good. The cigarettes, they look cool, but they're not good for you. However, I do drink on occasion.
Yeah.
More than twice a year.
More than twice a year. Yeah.
Alcohol is good. Alcohol is holy. In a lot of cultures and religions, alcohol is purity.
I dabble in the occasional inebriation. Yes.
Heck, if you're a Catholic, you drink wine in church. I mean, it is a holy thing to do. Now, overindulgence is a sin. Now, but drinking alcohol itself, across cultures and a lot of religions, is a good thing. Is a good thing. So indulge, but not too much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the golden mean. Don't abstain from drinking, but don't overindulge. Is get right in the in between there. Shady Rex says, I only need 4 lines because I look freaking great. Yeah, exactly. ERP. It's true. Epic rap battles of oh wait, hold on. ERB. What was that one?
That's Epic Rap Battles. Exactly what you think it is. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm making sure. Yeah, Epic rap battles. Yeah, that was a good one. Like the one with Boba Fett. Awesome Epic rap battle.
It was like Boba Fett versus Deadpool. I think that was.
I think it was something like that. Yeah. My favorite one is still one of my favorites anyway. Is like Batman versus Sherlock Holmes and Shakespeare. But also really like George R. Martin versus Tolkien. I thought that was pretty awesome. That was just as a back and forth, really good.
Mm-hmm. Dude, ERB has dropped some bangers throughout their time. Like there's a reason why they were popular, because it was good.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
And see. Alex Haylers of $5 super chat says a Fate series will have a priest throw coffee at a vampire, tell him to drink that instead. Get this series fight.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's, what's it called? What We Do in the Shadows? It's like there's one where it's like a crew of vampires, the main characters, and they're trying to like bust vampire myths. And like, oh, there's a myth about the vampire. If you throw a bunch of stuff on the ground, he has to stop and count it. Huh? Not true. Not true. Anyway, let me count this stuff right here. Let's see. There's an actual folklore thing. I think it's witches and vampires both have to stop and like you throw like a bunch of marbles or something like that on the ground. They have to count them. So if you're running, so the idea is if you run away from a vampire, you throw like a bunch of crap behind you, and they have to stop and count them all before they continue chasing.
What are vampires autistic? Like I don't actually get that.
OCD like this, but yeah, that's an actual thing, and they kind of tested that in What We Do in the Shadows. It's pretty funny stuff. Every now, all right.
Let me tell you something right now.
AFK.
Boba Fett would have not been going home right there by himself. Sorry to tell you, if I was that alien bitch, I'm out. I'm going with him. So my whole point is that even in a basically wordless character, a guy in a helmet, they were still willing to go, look at this guy, he's slick. They were going to throw him into a giant anus with teeth 2 minutes later. And yet they were still willing to go, yeah, but look at this guy, he's cool. They don't do that anymore. The last time we saw Boba Fett, he was taking his helmet off all over the place and getting his ass kicked by a Wookiee in his
because he's confident. Like the original Boba Fett was really confident. He just exuded competency, confidence, power. Like he could just hang around a bunch of gangsters. No, it was completely holding his cool. And he was a complete and utter badass. This you could just tell just by his body posture, the way he kind of moved. But today, every single badass guy has to be like a sensitive weirdo. Like in order for a guy to be powerful in today's thing, like today's I guess media, he has to be like kind of an idiot. Like so that you get Drax, you get the Peacemaker. Like he has to have something about him that makes insecure people feel better. Like, oh, okay, he's a super awesome muscular dude, but he wears tidy whities or something like that. Or he's autistic, or he doesn't. Usually, what they like to go with is they like to make him Drax. So every tough guy today is tough and awesome, but he's kind of like they give him the whole he doesn't understand sarcasm thing, right? So this is Drax. I think this is also Peacemaker a little bit. Is also the Paladin from the new D&D movie. Like they kind of made him where he's unable to understand sarcasm also for some reason. That's like the go-to now. It's like, okay, tough guy, rubber stamp him with the inability to understand humor and jokes. Boom. Shove him out the door. Alex, the says fate vampires do not have the weakness of counting. Yeah, usually they don't have that weakness. It is an old school like lore thing about vampires. So and it's dumb. So they don't usually add that in. Oddly enough, they do add in the death by sunlight thing. Now, in the past, death by sunlight, not really a thing. Not really a thing in the old folklore of vampires. It was brought about, I think, by what's it called? Count Orlok movie. Nosferatu. It was brought about by Nosferatu. That movie kind of made it where like this direct sunlight just kills him. I think Dracula kind of fell into that, but it's more like there's a reason for that. He was like either weaker during the day or they just don't care. Which kind of brings us to the fact that the Twilight version of a vampire is more historically accurate. It's more accurate lore-wise. Anyway,
that they can go out in sunlight and whatnot.
Yeah, because while they had like lore where you have to count all this crap, which people tend to ignore because it's dumb. The whole thing about vampires dying in sunlight was actually, I think, originated from Nosferatu, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
With Count Orlok. Before then they would get weaker in the sunlight, or they would not really care about the sunlight at all. But after that movie, it became like established vampire lore that they die in sunlight.
Yeah.
So that movie made that it wasn't really a traditional thing that vampires had a weakness to. So technically speaking, the Twilight vampire is more lore accurate because they don't die in sunlight.
Strictly speaking, I suppose you are correct. Yes, that is a way we can take this. Yeah.
Technically, which is technically correct, which is, of course, the best kind of correct.
Best kind of correct, of course.
Underwear. He was in his underwear. The Wookiee was not in his underwear. The Wookiee was naked.
If they could have kept up the cool nature of Boba Fett would have one punched this Wookiee. Like he probably would have known, like because he's a bounty hunter, right? Because he goes after all kinds of enemies. So he would have like known the weaknesses of a Wookiee and probably would have one punched him or something. Probably could have taken him, but no, because he's in the modern day Disney movie. He happens to be, unfortunately, a man. He has to get his whole body beaten. He has to get humiliated, of course.
Was not in his underwear. The Wookiee was naked, which is interesting because they almost put Chewbacca in pants, and now I kind of feel like, is he just nude or like, I don't know, Chewie. Anyway.
No, he's in a fursuit.
The point is, they embarrass these guys now. Our heroes were larger than life, and now none of them get to be untouchable anymore. And that's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because we talk about Mary Sue's very often. That's a big complaint, the untouchable woman.
But like the whole thing with Boba Fett was like he was kind of like the silent samurai. That's kind of because there's a lot of Eastern inspiration for Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So Lone Wolf and Cub, that's kind of what they kind of wanted to turn the Mandalorian into. So yeah, there's a connection here. Mm-hmm. So Ito Agami, the main character of Lone Wolf and Cub, and I've read the saga at least twice all the way through. is like there's a badass moment in there where there is a an escaped prostitute from the Yakuza, and they capture her, and then then Ito Agami kind of steps in because they negotiate her freedom from the Yakuza. Now, in order to do this, she has to go through a process called, I think, Broody Broody or whatever, which is they tie her up upside down and they spin her around as everyone beats her with sticks. Now, if she survives this, she can go free. And Ito Gami was like, no, she's not going to survive this. I'll go in her place. So Ito Gami volunteered to be tied up upside down, spun, and beat with sticks. Now, he does get knocked out, but he never once complains. He never once whines. And he just takes it for so long. He takes this horrendous beating for a long time. And then he gets back up. He's fine. So this is the kind of attitude the silent badass needs to have. Like, yeah, he can get knocked out or whatever, but it takes a lot to do that. So, and the only reason why they're able to do that in the first place is because he volunteered. Like, he let them do that for a good reason, like to spare the prostitute from, and keep in mind, she's not a prostitute by choice. Like, if you read Lone Wolf and Cub, most women are prostitutes because they've been sold into prostitution by their father or their husband to pay off debts. So it's, in fact, I think this one was like she was sold by her family to pay off debts, and she hasn't been a prostitute for very long. She's like a new prostitute because yet to arrive yet.
So I have a question that is intellectual in nature, not research in nature. How much do you get? Like you hear about this all the time. You sell your wife, you sell your daughters for, to pay off debts. How much debt can one person eliminate by giving up one of those two things?
I think it really depends, because I think I've cross-referenced this with like Samurai Champloo because that also happens in that show. But essentially, it's technically kind of infinite because you sell them into prostitution. You might get like an upfront fee to help pay off some of your debts, but it's like the more she works and the more she makes while as a prostitute, the more she earns off her family's debt.
Sure. Okay.
So like she earns it off, she works it off essentially for you.
Well, the reason it came up is, the BBC, the official British Broadcasting Corporation, or whatever the hell it's called, they tried to make this Arab guy. I don't fucking know where he's from. It doesn't matter where he's from.
Oh, the one where he's a victim because he had to sell his daughter or something like that.
He sold his twin daughters to a guy. And like they tried to make it like this tragic thing, and it was disgusting. The fact that they were doing this
before he had to sell off his daughters. Like, wait a minute, no, he didn't.
First of all, who's buying the daughters? We need to know that, and why is the BBC not doing anything about it? And not only are like who's buying the daughters, and of course me, who's listening to the story, my question is like, well, how much did he get?
But like as a father, your duty is firstly to your family. So
right,
there's no depths in which he was of his poverty, and that should have forced him to sell his daughters. Like, like there's no way.
No, yeah, 100%. Like I am in full agreement of this, and like that is exactly what I think. But I do have to ask, it's like, all right, so how much are you getting? Like, I know they don't value their daughters because it's just a disgusting culture full of disgusting moralities. But like, how much do you get for that? Because like that seems like a big get. You know what I mean?
You should be getting a lot, right?
Yeah,
you're selling your family into slavery. I mean, you should probably negotiate a lot.
BBC cover it, but it wasn't in the UK. Okay, cool. I don't care that it wasn't like well, actually, I kind of do. I kind of do care that it wasn't, but also like the point is too. They also made this guy seem like he was like the sad, tragic victim.
Yeah,
and no, he wasn't. He was just a bad father and a monster for selling his daughter. So my question is like if you're going to be evil, like you got to be, again, like this is just my thought. Like if I had to be evil, I would want to be evil for the right amount.
as to how much to be really evil.
How much did he get? Because that
Let's see.
kind of matters. If he sold his twin daughters for like pennies,
Like nothing.
yeah. First of all, like not only are you evil, you're disgusting and stupid, too.
Yeah. Let's see.
He might be.
Round Kaiju, thanks for the 5 chat, says, hey LD, my progress with my writing is slow, but I'm finally starting to grasp prose. Very nice. That's finding your voice. Revelation makes me want to do better. Absolutely. And the thing is, it's fine. It depends on the story. Not every story is going to come out the same way. Like Neil Gaiman would talk about how he would write Coraline, or either Coraline or Ocean at the End of the Lane. I forgot which one he was talking about, but he wrote that like one sentence at a time at one point. So makes sense. Let's see. And then Alex Halo, thanks for the $5 super chat, says LD, the Fate Samurai game has one of those women as a main character who summons a servant. Which kind of women?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Someone actually answered the question. The price of a girl in Afghanistan is roughly $3,200. And my thought is, that's it. That's it.
I assume it's a lot over there.
Like it has to be. Like if you're, because like for here, that's like again, I'm if I had to be evil, I'm thinking about it, right? Like that doesn't even cover like feeding the mother for 9 months. You know what I mean? Like that would not be worth it here. So what does $3,200 get you there?
I don't know. I assume because it would be a lot because American currency is quite a bit. It's valued quite highly around the world. At least it used to be.
Yeah.
Litdev, there was a whole novel trilogy based entirely around Boba Fett and one of those Jabba's slave. There's a trilogy. I assume they're they're more than just like lovers or whatever. I assume like they get into some adventures or something like that. You get like unless it's like a trilogy of just porn or something. But like yeah, so I assume like she becomes closer to him than just like a one night stand. If there's a trilogy. It's a Analysis Edition 5 says the one that gets sold, like you mentioned, from one. Oh, yeah. So I guess she's going to get revenge or something like that because she got sold into slavery by her family. That happens a lot in Lobo of Cub.
Sure.
Happens quite a bit. And it also happens to Samurai Champloo once in one of my favorite episodes of Samurai Champloo. I think it's called I don't know, it's not Ballad of Fallen Angels. It's like something Fallen Angel, where Jean falls in love with like this woman the day before she goes into the brothel as a worker to pay off her husband's gambling debts. And her husband has like the audacity to like, okay, I know you're in this brothel to pay off my debts, but I want some more money. Jesus. Could you give me some more money? I need to do some more gambling. Thank you.
The Gary Stew, the untouchable man, right? These OP characters. But I think that there's a difference between writing a character that's flawed and has weaknesses versus something that feels watered down and just neutered in a way. And it's funny because when I was digging into this video and I was really kind of analyzing things and doing research, it hit me that they did the same thing with one of my favorite characters of all time in one of my favorite movies in recent years. Hear me out as I describe this, okay? I loved the Batman 2022. Okay, I know a lot of people were not a huge fan of Pattinson as Batman. The point
it was all right. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I think it's a little exaggerated when people say how much they hate it.
Yeah, I think it had a good message at the end because it wasn't just about him sucking as Batman or anything. It was him being like the inspiration for people to rise up against the evil and everything. It was pretty good. Like there was like a whole scene of him just after being horrendously hurt and damaged, and he's like, I think he's on like adrenaline, like he pumped himself full of adrenaline so he can just keep going. Yeah. He went down there to lead everyone out of this collapsing building. I thought it was pretty badass in some points.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah, so it's not my favorite Batman movie, but there are things I liked about it. Quite a few things. Dave always says that no, it's about Boba's survival and activities after escaping the Sarlacc. No love story, but there is a reason he brings the slave. Okay, all right, well, that sounds pretty cool then.
With that movie, right, is it's an earlier Bruce Wayne. They gave us basically, I think he's in his second.
Let's see. Alex Haley says that she gets 2 servants. Musashi. That's the only guy you need. Oh man, she gets Samson and Musashi. I kind of feel like that's a little much.
She get Samson.
Let's see. From the Bible. That's crazy. That'd be kind of crazy. She got Samson from the Bible and Brock Samson. That'd be kind of interesting.
Year at this point, but it's very year one sort of inspired, right? And we get a Batman who is struggling. And above all, we get a Bruce Wayne that is not the Bruce Wayne we know and love. You look at Bale's Bruce Wayne, Affleck's Bruce Wayne, any Bruce Wayne before.
And this guy's a Bruce Wayne right out of school or something like that. He's supposedly very young Bruce Wayne.
For that. Even though we know Bruce is the mask of sorts for Batman, Bruce is suave, he's rich, he's got the cars we want to drive, the clothes we want to have, he gets the girls, right, the cream of the crop of Gotham and pretty much anywhere he goes. He's very
every supervillainess he encounters, he gets.
very slick, he's charismatic, he's a playboy, he's a philanthropist, he's not Tony Stark, but he's all of those things. And in 2022's The Batman, we get an awkward Bruce Wayne who is reclusive. He's struggling. He's withdrawn. He's isolated. He's uncomfortable. He's awkward. Even his wealth is kind of painted as shameful. The money feels like it's dirty money. His entire existence feels like it would be a burden instead of like, oh man, I wish I could be anything. But if I could be Batman, that would be even better. Like, I don't want to be him. And so with lore, we can explain, well, this is an early Bruce Wayne before he learned to be XYZ. We can explain it away with lore. But why does Hollywood make that choice? F the lore. None of this exists, right? Somebody had to write it. So why in Hollywood did they go, we're going to write an earlier Batman so that we can have this version of Bruce Wayne as opposed to the slick one who gets bitches, gets money, and does his business. Bruce Wayne is a historically traumatized character, but he has always had presence. And so when you go, well, we're going to the big screen, but we're introducing this younger, flawed version of him that is not the playboy, the slick billionaire that we know and love, why did they do that? So the point here is that we're seeing that Hollywood struggles or refuses to portray wealthy men, masculine men.
I just saw confirmation that the Amazing Zero Circus movie finale will be on Netflix tomorrow, turns out. And I think on YouTube, probably. I don't know why you would watch it on Netflix if it was on YouTube.
Yeah.
But
I pay $15 a month. I better get my $15 a month worth out of it, you know?
Wait, for YouTube?
I guess, yeah. I mean,
Netflix is like $40 a month now.
Oh my God, is it?
Yeah.
I have not been paying attention. I've definitely fallen out of touch with how much things cost.
It's insane. You just keep cranking up those prices. And see, Alex5 says, and the people who made the Holy Grail War ritual messed it up. So more than 14 servants and Gilgamesh get summoned in the ruler class to be a referee. That's pretty crazy. Like, what, you mess it up so you get 14 servants? That's insane. That's a lot of chaos running around.
What is this story?
Fate.
Which one?
Some new one. I think the new one. I think.
Sure. Okay.
And see, hey, I paid to see TADC in theaters. Going to the theater is its own experience. So I kind of wish I got to see it in theaters.
I really wanted to. I was working that day, and I was kind of mad about it.
Ever going to see if it's really good, like people say, or if it's a big therapy session, like I've heard. I've also heard.
Stone Toss said it was a big therapy session, but the thing is, like, the Stone Toss is only correct like half the time. The other half of the time, he's kind of a wackadoo, and I don't really like him. But like, you know,
See, the thing is, unfortunately, sometimes some of these people that are really good elsewhere are really terrible at identifying movies. Like I've seen Ben Shapiro talk about movies, and he has no idea how to talk about movies.
You're right.
It's just retarded every single time, but it happens. But we'll see. We'll check it out. Alex Halo 2 is a Fate Samurai game, Stu. You play as Musashi's student. Well, that's pretty cool.
Okay, cool.
That's pretty interesting.
Competent men, confident men, without attaching some greater set of guilt or burden to them. That's the trend. And I do also want to mention that they really seek to destroy the mentor archetype. I've done greater videos on this.
Pause real quick. I actually want to address David Musselman's thing.
can see.
What is with Hollywood's obsession? Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, what's with Hollywood's obsession with flawed characters? What is it? What is wrong with having a character that's competent and brooding all the time? Because I mean, we do like our characters a little bit flawed, but they always like to crank it all the way back to where they have no competence and are just weak all the way around.
The problem is what people are not understanding right now is that these flawed characters that we're seeing are not there in order to service the story. They're there to service like the ego or the revenge fantasy of the writer. So for example, like it's why you're seeing in movies right now all these like incompetent white guys just going around and being incompetent and white and like depressed and angry and flawed. Meanwhile, all the women in the story or the gays of the story or the black men of the story, those are the true like things. It's not meant to serve the story. It's meant to undermine you, the white guy watching it. It's meant to demoralize you. It's meant to
feel sad.
It's meant to kill your spirit. Like it's not there. Like Hollywood is not even there to make money anymore. Hollywood has not really made money in a long time. It is there exclusively to service this genocide that we're going through.
Yeah. It's a Shady Rex has some pretty good explanation on this. Is Shady Rex says it's valid to say that this character is at this point in their life, this would have different behave differently than they normally do. Yeah, so they kind of did this with actually quite a few characters, including this version of Batman, where it's his early stages. He hasn't come to his own yet, which it's something I didn't really buy for the Superman movie, because Superman was Superman since he was a kid. Because that's kind of how he was raised. But I've seen that we're like, okay, he's younger or he's older, so he's a little bit different. Although that did work for Dark Knight Returns. That one specifically, like not Dark Knight Returns 2 or whatever, but that original story by Frank Miller, that one worked. All of the ones after that, like that were just awful. Shady Rex says, as very different from saying, I want this character to act differently than how they usually do. So let's justify it by placing him at this point in life. Yeah, it's just so it's like the intent. A lot of this stuff kind of boils down to intent. Like, okay, I want this character to be. So this character is an earlier Bruce Wayne. So he's going to be XYZ because he's a little bit younger. Which they kind of had that in the Nolan trilogy, The Batman Begins, where he's a little bit more angry, obviously a lot more angry than he was, and he wants to go kill, the guy who killed his parents, like that. But someone else kills him, and then he wants to go after the guy that killed him and to install his revenge away. But then he goes off on his own. He goes on a journey of self-discovery and maturity, and it basically comes back as Batman. Now he's not Batman yet, but he is in the form of Batman who has yet to don the mask. But he's not. He still feels like Bruce Wayne for the most part. But yeah, so like a lot of times it's like I want him to act this way, so I'm going to put him in a place where he could feasibly act this way. So they kind of usually make him younger because the writers tend to be very immature themselves. And they tend to be very angry and low impulse control, that sort of thing. Like they want to feel flawed. And a lot of things come down to they themselves do not adhere to the traditional morality system of like, okay, forgive your enemies, things like that. They want revenge. They want to feel angry. They want to beat people to the ground. So Zack Snyder makes his version of Batman a murderer. All right. And so and then we have the new one where it's like, okay, well, how about we make him like angry and flawed like me? So they kind of make him younger or troubled in order to get them to the way they want him to be, as opposed to what the character would be. And you kind of hammer this stuff out if you do fan fiction, like I say, practice with fan fiction, and your challenge because while you do get a lot of benefits like a built-in world or built-in characters, things like that, it also comes with the challenge of maintaining character consistency, because that's like the implicit challenge of writing fan fiction. You need to take the challenge of trying to keep the characters the way they are in the show or the movie or whatever. Maintain character consistency. If you could do that, that's a big skill to develop, a really big skill.
there's also like keep in mind too, like entire people have made their careers out of being the best Shaggy or the best like person to adapt Scooby-Doo. Like being someone who wants to adapt something in a loving manner, like I would argue the Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. That's a legitimate career that you can be too. I feel like I am a much better adapter of worlds, like a glorified fanfic writer. Like my Pokemon D&D campaign, while it was definitely a Stuart story, like it was I went out of my way to make it as Pokemon as possible. Like I skirted lines here and there, and I had like sexual moments in the story that probably wouldn't go into a Pokemon thing, but like it's not even like I sought it out, right? It's just, hey, these two characters are in a relationship. Where are they right now? Oh, they're probably off having sex. It makes a lot of sense, Like I didn't just go, hi, I'm a Pokemon and I want to bang you, but like,
which is actually like Pokemon lore now.
Yeah, some Pokemon lore is definitely a thing, but you get the idea. Like you can be like, there is a career that if you want to be the best adapter of a pre-made world, like that's valuable and that's good, because as you can see right now with our Star Wars and our Indiana Jones, no one's adapting that shit that's worth our time. It's all cultural vandalism.
It really is, yeah. Especially because they what happens when they brought back Indiana Jones? They like to see him belittled, degraded. Same thing with Han Solo. He can't be a hero. He has to be degraded, belittled. He has to roll him back to how he was in A New Hope, essentially. Except a lot more goofy and idiotic. Let's see. I like a lot of respect for Shaggy when he chose Scooby-Doo over dating Velma. I don't care how good my dog is. I'm not giving that up. Now, what's really funny is that the best live action Shaggy, I think, has been Stu, the guy from. I don't know the actor's name, but I just know he plays Stu in Scream 1.
Oh.
And they bring him back. I watched Scream, the latest Scream 7, and they bring back the actor to play an AI version of himself.
Yeah, it's all humiliation rituals. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you, Agile.
That's it. Yeah, humiliation rituals. But I like the entire Scream series. I just find it really entertaining and fun. I like how every single one has like a new take on the movie industry or the how movies travel along. Like the latest one, the Scream 7, is the theme is nostalgia. So it's all about like, oh, we hate the current year Sydney. We want old Sydney back. And I like all the Scream. They're kind of stupid, but I like them. Anyway,
delve super deep into it. But when we look at a character like Obi-Wan, who is meant to guide and support and essentially be the person.
I think Obi-Wan's faces are very Biden-esque. Like, huh? What?
Person that holds up the main character. We now end up.
Speaking of Stu, go ahead and read that.
Speaking of Stu, what actor would you want to play you in a movie?
Oh, what actor would you want to play me in a movie? Oh, I suppose Ryan Gosling, because he's literally me.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. That's a correct answer.
I thought it was like, what character would you like to play in the movie? I would like to play in the movie. My wife invites the babysitter over, and we all have amazing group stuff.
That's not a movie. Usually, the babysitter kind of comes in after the wife goes away or something.
Oh no, that's part of the plot. You see, it's the whole character development of all three of these people. See, it's very important.
The narrative arc is that the wife learns that she is now part of a threesome with the baby.
Yeah, exactly. See, it's very important. I'm rooting for this main character a lot. Okay,
let's see.
Put a lot of myself into this role.
Screen 7 sucked. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are just kind of awful, but they're fun for me to watch. I like all the screams, but they are kind of silly. Let's see.
With mentors that are tired and mocked and they're washed up and they're basically irrelevant. And they do this a lot with legacy characters like Luke Skywalker to eventually prop up the up-and-coming characters like Rey No Name Palpatine Skywalker. And what a win that was, because her next movie is coming out probably never. So
oh yeah, when is that? I like we kind of had the people who love Star Wars had the whole Kathleen Kennedy is definitely being fired this year thing going on, but the people who love Disney Star Wars, they had the Ray's trilogy is coming in any day now. So
Any day, guys.
any day, guys, Ray's getting her new trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Ryan Johnson is doing it. Then Ryan Johnson's like, "What? I am?"
So yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty funny. Like this one side of the fandom had, oh yeah, Catholic Kid is definitely getting fired this year, and the other side had Ray's trilogy is definitely is going to come out this year.
Okay, so we about
It's
this
funny.
for a minute.
Even my woke employee who like has like a tattoo of like I think she's got like a thing on her. She fucking hates the sequel trilogies now. It's so funny.
We got a tattoo of the sequel trilogy.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't remember. I haven't talked to her recently. Jegson Voorhees, Stu, would you play a reincarnated in another world as a tentacle monster? No, I worked hard on my body. I would like to keep my body, please and thank you, or at least a humanoid one for sure. I don't want to be a tentacle monster.
Well, if you're like a Doc Ock kind of situation,
All right, that's different.
Why is this happening? Number of reasons. Reason number one, Hollywood loves cynicism. They've gotten really into the notion that
and not only do they dislike cynicism, they believe cynicism is like the intellectual mindset they have. Like if you are optimistic or you have some positive feelings about anything, it's like, oh, you're obviously ignorant or retarded or something. Like obviously if you truly had any sort of intelligence or education, you would believe everything sucks like I do. That's kind of what the mentality of Hollywood is.
Mm-hmm.
Or has become anyway.
I've been trying to wake people up that being a miserable, depressed, like intelligent person is kind of part of the journey. Like, have you seen the meme where like there's a bunch of guys trying to look over a fence and one guy looks over the fence by standing on a pile of money. One guy stands on like a ladder. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So there's a version of that meme where it goes really, really high. And like there's a fence, and then once you look over the fence, you see like the grass, and then when you look over that, you see like a destroyed world, and then you go over that and there's clouds, and then you go over that and you can see the sun, you know? That's kind of what achieving enlightenment is like. There is a point where you do get to see the rot of everything, and you're going to see that rot more than once, by the way, and you're going to get upset by that rot a lot. Because the night when I found out
by that rot.
Listen, let Dev can attest this. The night I discovered who is causing, I would say, 40% of the world's problems, I had a big crash out. I had a big sad crash out when I realized, oh, it's them. Is that really it, huh? And like I had a big sad day. That was a sad day when I realized that. And then you come back to it again and it's like, okay, it is, but it isn't, you know? It's a lot. Achieving enlightenment and realizing what the world is actually like, there is a depressing arc to it. But once you finally get over all of that and you can see the sun, the world is going to do well. You know.
By the way, speaking of arcs, Arc 5, thanks for the 5, says, be fair, the KK is so fired this time made more sense given the damage he was doing. Yeah, because in any justified world, any just world, it would be, you know, she would have gotten fired a long time ago because she somehow made an indestructible, basically the Titanic sink. Like the Star Wars franchise was just unbeatable. Even after the prequel trilogy, it was still running pretty strong. Because the prequel trilogy might have rubbed people the wrong way, but the era that was made was pretty awesome. So they could still sell the video games and the toys like crazy. So she took that and ran to the ground, and it was just being annihilated. Like they should be raking in billions, but they're just losing money after a while. And so of course, like, okay, well, she's getting fired, right? No, they had to keep her on, and she kept destroying Star Wars for some reason. The Rey movies were always cope and nothing more. They really were. It's just I have my new videos out. I kind of go over all of this, but she was the wrong kind of character for that kind of story. Alex Haley's 5 says, oh, by the way, LD, Fate Samurai has a joke ending where you ditch the Holy Grail War to create a business empire with Gilgamesh.
Dude, that rocks.
Sounds awesome.
That sounds amazing. I would do that.
I guess kind of like the UFO ending in Silent Hill, like just the joke ending.
That's really good.
And see, or the joke ending in that other, I think it's like Silent Hill 3 or 4, where it's like you arrive and all the characters come in to celebrate your birthday, and Pyramid Head comes in to cut the cake with his big giant knife. And see, anyway,
their life and their morals and all these things equals depth. And I'm not going to say that that's an entirely wrong notion. I think deconstructing certain things really does make them more interesting. But when it's endless and like nothing is ever just, yeah, he's f***ing cool, it feels exhausting, you know, constantly having to dig through a bunch of baggage for a character.
It's 2, low voltage.
This is a big one.
It's low voltage. It's completely like it's completely like you're too stupid to put it back together. You're too stupid, or you cannot be bothered to come up with enough effort to reconstruct what you just did. So it's easier to tear it all apart and say it's all bad and not recognize all the good that comes with it. I had to fucking yell at one of my workers because she was like, we need a plague, we need to wipe out humanity, we're horrible for the planet. And I eventually just told her to shut the fuck up, because no, we actually live in like the most amazing time and the most amazing place in the world
that no one appreciate. Well, at least they don't appreciate it. A lot of people who are like, oh, everything sucks, they don't appreciate what kind of luxuries we have. We live in a great time full of like prosperity, freedoms, and luxuries. And there's like, well, it's not perfect. We don't have communism or whatever. And so it all sucks. Like, no, it doesn't. Like, appreciate what you, it's why I like Smiling Friends. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I like about Amazing Digital Circus, it's eventually comes down to appreciate what you have. There are things to be happy about. Even after the whole Frowning Friends thing, the Frowning Friends ended up smiling. They go, hey, smiling is pretty good. Like, thinking about cool stuff is actually pretty good. So it is about the battle against these people who are so ungrateful that it's always more and more, it's never enough, versus people who know that, yeah, the world is not perfect, but there are things to like, good things to enjoy, things to look up to, and things to appreciate. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm genuinely tired of the doom and gloom. You know, it's like a black pill all the way. Why would you want to live like that?
Yeah, just reject the black pill. All right, embrace prosperity, optimism, authenticity. Let's see. The thing is, as Ball says, the thing about the deconstruction is that you have to build whatever you are breaking down. These people just want to destroy and leave us with nothing but their useless alternatives. Yeah, it's like I go over this in the video I did last time, where it's about they like to deconstruct things by just destroying whatever and then pointing and then clutching their pearls and pointing to the pieces they left behind and wallowing there and going, oh, look how artsy I am. As opposed, and I go in that video, that's why I also go over reconstruction, which is, and I kind of talk about the Miyazaki movie, House Moving Castle, where, yeah, he kind of dives into war and says, isn't this terrible? War sucks, because, Miyazaki is very notably anti-war, no matter what it is. Or like, war sucks, and these nations that go into war suck. But on the other hand, even in the darkest of times, there's still friendship and family and places to live. There are places to exist where you're comfortable and feel at home. There are, even in the darkest of times. So Miyazaki will just he'll have these like hard-hitting commentaries in his movies, but on the other hand, he'll also have some positivity there as well. Like there's truth. Truth is not just the bad stuff. Truth is the good and the bad stuff, the bad and the good. So it's why Miyazaki has such interesting movies. There's good things, there's bad things, and there's good things. That sort of thing.
I think Hollywood now.
Actually, pause real quick. Jegson, when he talks about positive nihilism, I love positive nihilism. One of the gods in my setting, like all of my gods, like have a big piece of my personal beliefs into them, and I've got a character who she is the head of the carnival at the end of the world. And the whole purpose of that character is to be the one that's like, all right, we're at the end. We had a good time. Let's celebrate it before the end,
Yeah.
Like, That is my nihilistic Joker character. It's like, okay, we're done. Let's laugh and drink. You know.
Exactly. Let's see. It's doesn't that happen in like a Spoonie story where it's called like the stone of something?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't
Apocalypse
think
Stone.
Kind of, sorta. Most fantasy settings have like an apocalypse story, and even in real life we have apocalypse like prophecies. That's what's happening right now over in that one place. A bunch of people trying to trigger the apocalypse. But what's going on in like Pathfinder and D&D and stuff is that there is a prophesied apocalypse. It's all doom and gloom and sad. And meanwhile, my apocalypse is we gave it our best. Good job, team. You know?
Fist bump.
Yep.
Traditional masculinity. I don't think this necessarily comes from
Traditional masculinity, that's Nazi talk. Watch out.
from a hatred of men overall. But I do think that it comes from Hollywood now having a discomfort with male power. They now have a fear of glorifying masculinity for the risk of getting into toxic masculinity. And I think it's good to not cross that line, but you also can't totally water down some elements of these characters because you're too afraid to go to the extreme. Both extremes are bad. And I think
she's still under the impression that Hollywood is like just confused. No, they know what they're doing.
And they know exactly what they're doing. They want to destroy masculinity. They hate it. There's an attitude with it. Remember that time James Cameron was like testosterone is like a toxin.
Yeah.
Is that confusion? They legitimately want to they find masculinity a disease. That's a poison. They've always says, at least, have you seen a movie called The Glass Worker? It's a 2024 Pakistani anime inspired movie. Oh, wait a minute. I haven't seen it, but I did see the trailer for it, I think. I've seen more animation by watching animation reverse and reverse engineering it. That sounds pretty badass, actually. That's pretty cool.
in recent years, a lot of writers have developed anxiety around these traditional archetypes. So writers now feel obligated to constantly undermine or soften these male heroes for the sake of keeping the audience comfortable. I also think irony culture just poisoned everything. Nobody wants to take themselves seriously enough to just write a character who's cool, so they have to just make fun of it somehow, either with a one-liner or by sticking him with a green baby that's knocking on his head.
Or by making him unable to understand jokes or sarcasm. That's the typical boilerplate personality trait they add into strong dudes.
Helmet instead of just letting him take care of it.
Well, okay, so one of the things that they are pushing is that this idea that everyone is equal, and like anime hasn't given this up quite yet. You could tell they're kind of trying, but like some people are just better than others, and in Hollywood, you're not allowed to say that.
So because people have different talents and skills. It's kind of what made D&D so fun. Like your rogue is not going to outfight the fighter, in a straight up combat. But that's kind of rude to say in Hollywood. So of course you're going to have the rogue just be able to outfight the fighter, because if you don't say that, then what are you trying to say about rogues? Are they're just weak?
Oh, that's not quite what they're doing. They're doing like this checks and balances kind of thing. So like they'll say that like the rogue and the fighter exists, but the fighter cannot be better than the rogue at like I don't know, anything really, like, because the fighter is so much better at fighting. Clearly he's lacking in intellect, like there's no smart jocks,
which is a lie.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
That's an old American tradition. Like, all the jocks are just dumb. Even despite the fact that in order to be on the football team, you have to maintain a certain grade point average. So you can't actually be stupid. You actually have to have some smarts on you. You stay on the team. So that that's how that goes. So the whole thing about the nerd cannot also be strong, also false. In fact, I think a lot of Redditors kind of fell into that trap of like, I'm an intellectual, so I don't have to work out.
They'll say something like every single dumbbell you lift is a fun fact you couldn't learn, and it's like, shut up.
Well,
And-
especially now, you don't have that excuse. You can listen to audiobooks while you work out, so you can still learn stuff.
Yeah, it seems to be that a lot of people right now have this idea that if you're a gym rat, you're not intelligent, or if you're intelligent, you cannot work out, or you're physically frail or something. And boy, they get real fucking mad when I'm the strongest guy in the group and also the most successful.
You can't. That's impossible. You can't have this. You can't be a guy that works out and successful. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they seem to forget. I love it when people seem to forget that I was also a professor once upon a time. I taught school. I was one of the most highly qualified people in a professional setting, and it really fucks them up. It really fucks them up when they realize that, you know.
Let's see. Yeah. I just remembered Farnsworth. It's Fry. Come on. I can't teach. I'm a professor.
Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep. You tuned out for a second.
Oh, I was saying that it reminded me of the whole thing from Futurama where Farnsworth is saying, come on, Fry. I don't know how to teach. I'm a professor.
True.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Business. And I think the last one, which is probably going to inspire a greater video at some point if you guys want to hear about my thoughts on this,
The greater good.
is that relatability replaced aspiration. I think Hollywood and the media in general.
And Dolph Lundgren probably just nuked Reddit for a while because Dolph Lundgren is an absolute Chad, and he was the Russian boxer who was this complete wall of muscle, and he's that in real life. And he has how many doctorates does this guy have? He's an insane level IQ. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, this kind of knocks it out of the park that just because you're smart doesn't mean you can't work out. That's not how it goes.
Yeah, they truly seem to think that. They truly seem to think that if you're one you have to be put into a box. I remember one of my employees was trying to figure out my politics. They're like, "So you're a nationalist?" And I'm like, "Yeah, kinda, not really." "So you're a socialist?" "No." "You're a national socialist?" "That's a Nazi." "No."
Well, you said no to socialists. How could he be a national socialist? No socialist at all.
Yeah, I'm not.
Insane
things, and they would go, well, wouldn't it be cool to be like this? And I think we'd live with this image in our mind of, wow, I want to be that. I want to get to that point. I want to try to, how can I be that? How can I be better? And while I think that too much of that can cause an inherent risk of dissatisfaction with oneself and one's life, I think having aspirations is a healthy thing to do. But they've decided to make these relatable, these flawed, these incredibly vulnerable characters.
And it's kind of what poison a lot of media. They want relatability over aspirational traits. So I want to see myself on the screen as opposed to there's a guy I can look up to and aspire to become, which was kind of like what heroes were all the way back in antiquity. We want to be like this guy. We want to follow in his footsteps. We want to be strong like these guys. But now it's become this is the era of the ego where we don't want people to aspire to, because aspirational characters make us feel small and flawed and worthless. We want characters that reflect us, not characters that say that we are imperfect and need to improve. So we got the representation era. Carney says, I recently picked up the game No Rest for the Wicked and inadvertently built a rogue archer type. Weirdly enough, the starter bow is the best because I get to do flips when shooting arrows. That sounds pretty cool. That kind of sounds familiar.
So what a lot of people are kind of freaking out about is oh god, they don't think you can actually make a completely a very masculine, competent dude be relatable. The problem is right now is the reason we need aspirational heroes again is that no one believes that they can be that guy. Everyone thinks that oh, I'm born a loser, I'm going to be a loser. There's no growth for me. There's no hope for me. That's why people are so fucking crazy right now, is that they've got no hope in their hearts or in their heads. They think that the world is as bad as the news says it is.
It's kind of that's what I've been saying before, is that while I do critique the millennial generation, which is my generation, I also note that there's a reason why we're like this, and I kind of describe the millennial generation as the sympathetic villain generation. Not only because we relate to sympathetic villains, because we were lied to our entire lives by the boomers, Gen Xers, and we just like, oh yeah, just get a college degree, right, and you'll be fine. You'll get a job. Okay, let me get my college degree and do everything they ask. I get a college degree, I go through high school, get a college degree, and I get out into the workforce. And what am I hit with? Oh, you need a college degree and 5 years of on-job experience for an entry-level position. Okay, can I buy a house if I get that? No, you'll barely be able to afford a hovel in the slums. Oh. Can I is there a way to get out of it? No, you will rent forever. There's no way to upscale your career. You be happy about it, bitch. That's kind of what the millennials were hit with. Even if you can get a job, it's going to be a dead end corporate job that you can't really rise from.
Well, no one's also appreciating starter jobs anymore. Like, for example, like your first job should be at McDonald's, or
yeah.
You should start from the bottom, learn to suffer, understand what it takes, and then you get to advance, And right now, all the starter jobs, all the low tier bullshit that we used to give the teenagers, we're now giving them to immigrants, and they're saying like, oh, they're doing the jobs we don't want to do. No, actually, everybody is willing to pick potatoes for $20 an hour. Actually,
that sounds awesome. I do that.
I'd do that. I would do that right now. I would, if I wasn't where I was, and if I was looking for work. Hey, you can go pick potatoes. You can be outside all day. You can get lunch. And they'll pay you $20 an hour. That sounds fucking awesome, actually.
I'll take that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Time to end more nonsense. I'm off to go pick potatoes. Be back.
Yeah, it's like, no, but the problem is we're paying Emilio 10 cents an hour to pick potatoes. So now the kids who should be getting that experience aren't getting it because the farmer is hoarding, Jorge's for $1 a day.
Well, I think didn't that happen where they kind of got rid of all the illegals there, and then all those jobs that the illegals were doing were just immediately filled by Americans.
Yep, and it was filled up with a reasonable wage too. It was like $20 an hour. I'm not joking. Like a farmer can't afford to pay someone $20 an hour. They don't want to do it. It's not fun to do it, but they can't afford it and still make money.
Yeah, that was like $20 an hour. Sign me the fuck up. Exactly.
It's difficult for a new farmer. So I've been following this guy. I like him and I don't like him. He sounds like Crunk from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he mentions how much he pays his guys. He pays his guys $25 an hour plus benefits. And he mentioned struggling and like becoming a new farmer nowadays is incredibly difficult. Being a farmer, not that hard if you were born into a family with land.
Yeah.
But if you want to become a farmer now where there's a lot of money to be made, you've got a massive uphill battle. And I like him a lot. It's just the problem is he seems to think that he understands politics. And once in a while he makes a comment that I'm just like, dude, shut up. No, that's not how that works. Stop saying that. Because he's half brown, half white. He calls himself beige.
Beige.
And it's cute, right? Like I think that's cute. But the thing is, he will once in a while just come and say, bunch of white people in America, and I'm like, nope, shut up. Nope, that's not what's happening. Shut the fuck up right now.
Let's get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And see.
So that we can go, that's literally me. And that's okay. I think relatability is good and we should feel represented in our media sometimes. But when every character is now just relatable and there's nobody to aspire to, then we're not really climbing anywhere, right? Because they'd like for us to stay exact.
They don't want to climb anywhere. They want to be represented and just be catered to as opposed to being inspired to grow.
Exactly where we're at. But again, that's a different video. That's just theory of mine. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling the consequences of this trend, okay? I think people miss their heroes. I think people crave that strength, that confidence.
They do. It's kind of why the Dunkin' Egg became such a great inspirational show for a while. Even though it was a short-lived one, people loved it. If people were not ready for heroes to come back, that probably wouldn't have resonated so much because it's a Game of Thrones era show. It's a Game of Thrones world show. So people like want to go to a Game of Thrones style show would want like the nihilism, the sex, the violence, the horrible crap happening, but they loved Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I love Duncan Egg. They like seeing this like, flawed but authentic guy do the right thing and get rewarded.
What's incredible about Dunk and Egg too is that not only is Dunk being the bestest guy, he's also inspiring everyone around him to be better.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about the show. He inspires others to be better, like others to be selfless and to help others around him. So that's kind of what the consequence is of being a good person, an authentic person, is that you inspire others to do the same. Kind of what we want inspirational characters, and not just characters that kind of cater to your identity. And see
guidance, the aspiration, the mythic characters that exist in a mythos of their own. They are larger than life. They are icons, not just people. And I think that that's why characters that are considered cool still blow up when they appear in media that takes them seriously. Look at John Wick. Nobody makes fun of John Wick. He kills people with pencils.
Yes.
That's funny.
So like I'm the other one that talks about John Wick.
All right. He had a fucking cool Mustang. He kicked ass.
You say mustache.
Because of a beagle. That's like ultimate cool guy. Great taste in cars, protects dogs, fights with school supplies. Can't tell you anything better. And he's still flawed and vulnerable in his own Keanu.
Yeah, his main flaw. In fact, most of the movies are about his flaw, which is wrath. All right, following his wrath gets him in so much trouble. I mean, it's cool for us because it's a cool thing to see, but it's bad for him. Like his wrath kind of gets him back into the whole underworld of assassins, which then leads to him wiping out the Tarasov gang. And the wiping out the Tarasov gang leads to D'Antonio coming to his door and dragging him back into that world again. And then his wrath, like he could have walked away, but his wrath was such that he kind of killed D'Antonio, despite him being in the Continental, which got him canceled. Got him excommunicado. And so that kind of brought in the third movie where he's kind of running away and he has to go all the way to the desert to beg the man who sits above the table for a redemption offer, which equaled go kill Winston, because Winston ruined himself helping you, which is kind of a weird scenario to be in. But then, Winston did his Winston thing and convinced John Wick to not do that. Instead, it gets tabled.
Some convincing.
Yeah, exactly. That's Winston's strength. He's not a really good fighter, but he is really good at wheeling and dealing, which led to Winston betraying Wick, which kind of pushed him off the roof. And then his wrath continued in the fourth movie. At the end of the third movie, he's like, "Are you pissed, John? Huh? You pissed?" And then John Wick is, of course, yeah. So he begins movie 4 angry enough to kill the man, to kill the elder, And then this results in Sharon dying and the New York Continental blowing up and stuff. And then eventually, Winston has to go, "Hey, idiot, stop it." Like his friends are not convinced. Like Winston has to step in and convince him again, saying, "Hey, what are you going to do, Wick? You're going to kill everybody? Like you're not going to succeed here. Like you're going to kill the Marquis? Okay, what then?" And so eventually he's able to find a new path to follow, which is he steps off the path of revenge and wrath and starts to go on the path.
Jesus Christ. Let's go, John Wick.
Well, actually, he actually is already.
Oh, yeah?
He actually is. There's a cut scene where he actually goes to the Pope. So John Wick actually is religious. You don't talk about that much, but John Wick actually is legitimately canonically religious. That's what they ask him, like, "Oh, do you fear damnation, John?" He's like, "Yeah, I do." He also is like, "I can't be saved. I'm going to face my punishment or whatever." But he actually is religious, so that's why he's like praying for his wife in the fourth one and stuff. But the thing is, the fan theory that Vince is his father-in-law, it seems pretty plausible to me that he's his father-in-law because they have a really strong connection with each other. But the fourth one is where he kind of finally steps off the path of righteous anger and onto a more virtuous path to helping his friend Kane. and freeing himself and helping Winston and all that stuff. So he does eventually, how about I do this? I'll get out from underneath the table. I'll start helping out other people. And that's kind of where he goes. He eventually makes a choice at the end that really redeems him, which is, I'm going to take this bullet so I don't kill you, Kane. I'm going to kill the guy who deserves it, which is the Marquis. And so he kind of his sacrifice helps free everyone from the table that wants to be free from the table, and gets Winston his hotel back, frees Kane's daughter, frees himself. So it's only when he steps off the path of revenge does he actually start helping people for the better, as opposed to causing chaos wherever he goes. Because his wrath also got like the Bowery King almost killed. It got it caused the
That's Morpheus, right?
Yeah, it's Morpheus.
Okay.
And the Russian lady, I forgot what her role is. The director. She's called the director. It got her punished because she helped him.
Right.
Like everyone who helps Wick gets in trouble on his path of revenge. So when he finally starts to do something good things happen. But most of the movies, 3 and a little bit of 4, is Wick succumbing and this completely obeying his flaw, which is wrath. Even D'Antonio even has like a speech about this in the second one, where he's like, "You're addicted to it, the vengeance." He points it out, and Winston counts on it sometimes.
Reeves sort of way. People still love aspirational and cool characters. Hollywood just keeps trying to dismantle them. So maybe in the greater conversation, right, when we talk about superhero fatigue and what's going on in movies and action slop and all that stuff, maybe audiences aren't tired of male heroes, right? Maybe they're just tired of watching every male hero eventually get humiliated. And that's the rub, you guys. Hollywood used to create men you wanted to become. And now it creates men that are basically embarrassed to exist.
Embarrassed to be men. Because being masculine takes authenticity. You have to be like confident. You have to be sure of yourself. It's tough in an era where being sure of yourself and confident is called cringe. But anyway, chat. Anyway, we definitely made it to Pillarman today. Absolutely. So here we go, chat. Here we go. Stream memes time. So, Pillarman time. Lower your volume and raise your volume, chat. Loud clip incoming. And Pillarman. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes, best chat. The second gods of goodness and the good ying gods of goodness have blessed us this wonderful day. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Look up there. See that? No, I don't see anything. What's this? Is it a giant boss? What is this? Glaze and seal concrete, the masonry impregnator. All right. Superior oil protection for decorative and plain concrete. That's like something Stu would make. You can get a gargoyle pregnant, dude. Oh, yeah. Watch me.
What? Okay.
The masonry impregnator. You want one of these, Stu? You can impregnate masonry with it.
I think I'm good.
Pokemon. Got to catch them all. Collect them, train them, trade them, watch them spit roast their best friend. Which is canon now. Let's see. Angel returns for rematch against Jacob, and oh my, he's got a steel chair.
He's got the chair.
He's got come on with the Angel with a steel chair. And see, oh, the blue-haired fatties are mad. I'm gonna save that one. See. Babe, I have some good news and bad news. Bad first. The Porsche made a mess, but we don't have a Porsche. I got some good news. And see, if you like that, you're a fascist. Dad, I think I'm a fascist. What? That's kind of the whole thing. Like everything cool and normal, they're calling fascism. Like having a family, just the act of having a normal like a nuclear family. It's like, husband, wife, and some kids. Fascism. Remember we had an article a few weeks ago about how going to the gym is fascist too. Like having a family, going to the gym, working out and building our own business or whatever they're all fascist. Like just eating healthy is fascist. Like everything is fascist.
I think I told you that I was at a convention one day and someone said, "You look MAGA." I'm like,
thanks.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to take that, but okay, cool.
Thanks. I did lift yesterday.
Yeah, right? It's like, and I even straight up asked them, I was like, "How did you come to that conclusion?" And they're just like, "You just look like someone who does." And I'm like, "Okay, I need you to explain that slowly." And like, whenever you force someone to slow down and explain themselves, they start to realize how stupid they sound.
I used to assume that means you look jacked that day.
I did. I actually did look really good. That was back when I was like really on my routine. And even when I was working, I was still working out. Like I've gotten lazy. I've slowed down. I'm not as on it as I used to be. Shit's tough, man. I don't know how you do it.
I gotta slow down for the last few weeks too, but I gotta pick it back up. Jacob Bowie says, LD Stu, I saw a digital circus analysis that said a thing that contributes to Jack's turmoil is his struggle with his femininity despite being a guy. That's something you picked up. I do know that Jax was supposed to be a girl originally, and he made him a guy.
Interesting.
That's as girly as I think he gets.
Yeah, I've not heard that, but okay.
This looks delicious, though, by the way.
It does. Hey, you know how actually, you know how like people are picking on Gooseworks, right? And the chuds are coming in and defending her.
Yeah,
it's very amusing.
It's pretty funny because like just Gooseworks might be trans, but Gooseworks is also against these weirdo toxic fans, which is why there's been some friction with Amazing Digital Circus. Like, just I don't want to work on this anymore, which is very sad, but it's kind of how it's turning out.
It's like Gooseworks is one of us. She is not yours to mock. You know, like
this world is not yours to conquer.
Yes. It's like when a fucking transphobe comes up and says she is not yours to mock. Okay.
I mean, I explained in my new video that people don't respect power. They fear power. Men respect strength. And it takes strength to do the right thing. And sending up to these toxic fans, like the actual toxic fans, who are like, will just kill you or drive you to suicide, takes strength to do so, because these people are legitimately scary. These people will probably Charlie Kirk you if they get a chance.
They will, and they say it all the time. It's like, you're gonna get kirked, and I'm like, by who? And I need you to like actually go into detail about this.
Well, I mean, if they're trying to stab you, be like, okay, are they strong enough to penetrate skin with a knife? Their noodle arms.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I am not afraid of them, but I am very careful about where I go now in the convention scene, because like, yeah, they will straight up try to like, I've only brought this up a couple times, but there is a group chat conspiring to destroy me, either my profession and my business, or just they're perfectly happy with someone just killing me.
And it's crazy.
That's fucking insane. Are you like, it's like, yeah, are you serious? It's like, yeah, there's these people, they do this shit, you know,
straight up this mental illness. And say, when I was a young boy, my father took me to Lego City to see a man fall in the river. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. At least they remembered the drink. Yeah, they remember the drink this time. Diet Dr. Kelp.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's this? Oh, I see. This is a really good matchup. Let's see. You gave John Wick 120 bullets. You have 120 days. But wouldn't you get 120 cuts? You just keep giving John. Yeah, just keep giving John bullets. I found the infinite life glitch. Just keep giving him bullets. This guy goes, you gave John Wick 7 bullets. You have 7 days. All right, to settle your affairs. It's like I should have given him like 120. Yeah, this is more like a Morpheus / the Bowery King. In the case he gave him had 2 magazines in there. He should have, and he took one away to give him 7 bullets. He should have let him have both. That way he gets 14 days.
Funny enough, the Hell of a Boss fans, Tyler Preston, are actually pretty okay with me right now. I still get people coming up to, like, maybe not coming up to me, but they'll be at conventions and they'll, or not, no, sorry. In my comment section, they are apologizing to me. They're like, I was mad about this years ago, but no, he's totally right. And I'm like, sure am. Stu, that's a crime. Believe me, dude, I've already looked into this. I've already contacted lawyers and stuff. Like this is not a new issue. I've been going on about it for a while, and the reality is, no, there's not much I can do about it. I've got it reported. I got people spying for me, so don't worry about that. But no, whenever you're in a situation like this, you just got to put up with it.
There's not really much they can do.
Yeah. Because like there are people who talk about it's enough plausible deniability that if I were killed tomorrow, they would all be fine, you know. But they are sowing seeds of like, yeah, it'd be fine if this guy dies. Happens all the time. Like even fucking what's his name, Ethan Klein, H3H3, who's as liberal as they come, happens to him too. You know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of psychos out there. And see, on this day 1 year ago, House of Decline posted this following comic: Two Universes versus Hitler. What if you could change your mind, Hitler? I think we're going to have to kill this guy, Steven. Damn. This would be my legacy. Captain Planet versus Mexican Hitler? That's like a Hitler from like Hitler's son or something like that. After from what's it called, Argentina?
Legally distinct Hitler.
Exactly. It's a dad. What if I'm putting Gryffindor? Bellatrix random. Bellatrix random Death Eaters. Okay, this is because what happens at the end of the Harry Potter movie and the book too, where he's like, "But Dad, what if I'm putting Slytherin?" I guess what is Voldemort one, and Voldemort does canonically have a daughter. Technically, canonically,
yeah,
because of the cursed child.
Yeah,
he has a daughter, and all the fans like, when would this happen? Because they would have to. It would have to have been like when they're hanging out and Draco Malfoy's like house, and then also Bellatrix would have had to have given birth right before she died. Let's see, and so technically, Voldemort cut Bellatrix's husband, which I guess considering the amount of devotion they have for Voldemort, I'm pretty sure he didn't mind very much, but it still happened. And see, Bellatrix random Death Eaters riddle. They were named after the deranged serial killers and low-life criminals. Now get in the train before I feed you to the Nagini. But Nagini's dead. I guess they wouldn't be in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I like horror so much, I like the horror genre so much, that I actually watched this movie.
Which one's that? Is that
this is Winnie the Pooh horror movie? After Winnie the Pooh went public domain, they made like a horror movie called Blood and Honey.
Yeah, of course.
It's as retarded as you think. Neville, what are you doing? Neville, you may proceed. And see, you might as well just call him he who will not be laid. Wait a minute. Wait, guys, I can explain. Dumbledore gave you 60 points and gave me only 50. 50, I only got 10. You guys are getting points in Dumbledore. So to be fair, in the books, Snape is like this complete asshole. So Snape was like, oh, yes, Harry Potter, you are like 2 seconds late. That's 10 points from Gryffindor. Hermione, you gave me the correct answer. 10 points from Gryffindor. So Snape is an asshole who just kind of just takes points from Gryffindor. He just finds ways. And you'll just give points to Slytherin for like no reason. So it kind of does balance out, actually. And see. Arc 5 like 2 says he did what with who? So that's like the only thing that happened. That's like the most like that's like the most logical thing that happened was that Voldemort and Bellatrix Lestrange, slept together, and then she got impregnated by Voldemort and then gave birth before she died at some point to some random daughter. I will definitely work. Only problem is this. What is it? Sorry, bro. Harry Potter has to be eliminated. What is this? I don't even know what that is. And see. He who might be, and who might you be, young man? Neville. Neville Rockbottom. Yeah. If Harry Potter was made in America. And see, you're not listening. What is this? Should be your punishment. As the Kool-Aid man. Oh, he's in the back rooms. Health experts warn viral Kool-Aid pineapple trend may contain as much sugar as 20 to 35 Krispy Kreme donuts in a single jar. Dang, it's a lot of sugar. How to spot Kool-Aid man's evil twin manifests when you're not the least bit thirsty. Distinctive catchphrase. Oh no! Often spotted building or face. He actually fixes building. Stare at your evil twin goatee. Escalate goatee. Insane. The comics interview clip for ULD. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's if you don't buy politics, don't buy my book. And then we didn't. So you're 90. And they will too. Because I think Logan was supposed to be like his last time playing Wolverine, but they brought him back in anyway. Okay, what if the reason you want to sacrifice a follower is because they're old and you can't work for the cult anymore? That's okay, right?
Yeah, I've done. So, Cult of the Lamb, that's a great one. Have you played that game?
No.
So it's a cute little roguelike, and you do start a cult, and you play as the lamb. And for some particular reason, my chat and I had a great time playing that game because you can, if you play it on Twitch, you can integrate your Twitch account to the game, so your Twitch subscribers can become your cult followers in the game. So it's a terrific time. I had a great time with it. Like me and my guys, like we were just like, oh, Frozen's getting old, guys. We got to kill him. We're gonna sacrifice him in the fire. Like we got to toss him on the fire, and he will provide food for the cult for the next few days. Delightful little game. It's great.
Izzy, please stop dying of old age before you can be sacrificed. It's becoming a problem. Thank you. It's me playing Cult of the Lamb, the member who is requested to be sacrificed. I'm sorry. Not even showing up, the member. No, I'm sorry. It's Falcon. Carlos Spicy Wiener here. Go ahead. I'm Han Solo, Captain the Millennium Falcon, and the only actor whose career is destroyed by the end of this movie.
Yeah.
Reading in her voice, we are getting fewer and fewer usable alternative names for flunkies. Henchman is too gendered, and hench people just doesn't have this nice ring to it. You can't say minion without thinking of little yellow guys. And don't even get me started on the word goon. She wants to order. Lindsay.
Waifu for Laifu, Tonkatsu Sinclair.
Tonkatsu Sinclair. Senfugi. Lindsay. Japan declares war on your country. They only send one swordsman. It's Zaro. Because he's going to get lost.
Yeah.
Himmel's Diary. Saving Freerin from a tentacle monster. Saving Freerin from, a mimic. And then this scenario. He closes it. That's enough.
What could possibly this scenario be, Himmel?
I'm telling you, you didn't do anything. I don't care. Ow, my glasses. Yeah, I can't wait for Fugitive 2, where they're going back Harrison Ford to reprise his role as Dr. Kimball. Titanic 2. I do years later, Lightning Strikes Twice. What does Rose go back on the Titanic and she sinks again? Is that what happens?
That bitch sinks it again.
At that point, I'm pretty sure it's Rose that's sinking these Titanics. Tao uses technological knowledge for building giant robots. Mechanicus literally pray gods for their creations to work. Orcs, red is speed, red goes faster. There's Boba Fett. There's this it's them as people. I just always thought like Hater or Mater would be like, would be larger, like the cable guy. Is this like Lightning McQueen as a femboy or like a woman?
I suspect. Oh, what is that video? What the fuck?
Stu, why are you saying stuff like this?
Sorry.
When you're really into the Cars franchise.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
And the famous movie star ruined by alcohol and drugs. Actually, really looked like that.
He kind of did.
You've heard of the elf on a shelf. Now you're ready for Vader on a tater, on a mater, on a gator. Let's see. On the Mac Daddy of Hymek County. A girl power movie comes out. Men don't watch it. Women don't watch it. Women attack men for not watching it. It's just an endless cycle. I'm the pimp of the hill. God dang it, bitch. You'd best get my money, I tell you what. Whoa! Oh, yeah, Samurai Champloo. Samurai Champloo. See, there's Brock Samson. I would like, who would win the fight? Samson from the Bible or Brock Samson? Like, if you, especially if you cut like Samson's hair, you'd win. Because he'll have a knife on him. You could probably cut Samson's hair. Win.
Assuming you know that win. Yeah, okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the gun episode is probably one of the best episodes. No, it's impossible. How are you still alive? Zoinks by using 2% of my power, Charlie. Looks like you'll need more than a little fire to stop me.
Sure.
Let's see. Samson.
From Fate. Oh my god. They made him look ridiculous. That's great.
I think that's funny. And let's see. Her cloth not fit anymore. This is Shizu. Yeah, it is. Look, a covetous Jew. Hey, it's Wembley. Ooh. Let's see. Is this? Oh, it's like
it's the Scooby
Starfire.
Gang.
A Scooby Gang, like Daphne Starfire and stuff.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Ultra Instinct Shaggy. I could. Fred is like the guy from Resident Evil.
Bro, okay. I had a person come up to my booth the other day and they pronounced tapestry as tapestry.
I never heard that before.
And I was like, that is the most Fred Jones thing I've ever heard in my life. Because, the old Fred Jones, he would say treasure as treasure. You remember that? You go,
Yeah.
treasure. Like,
It's
so
a treasure, yeah. Oh, here's a glass worker. It looks pretty good. The one like Miyazaki. I remember that because it looked like Miyazaki stuff. Like, is this Miyazaki? But it's not.
Yeah, the book meme, by the way, that we passed, that was the meme I was referring to, where if you get once you learn enough, you get even past that point and you see the sun. Yeah.
Here comes the sun. Shane Van Dyke, Titanic 2. It's
ridiculous.
100 years later, lightning strikes twice. See. So yeah, I see. Let's see. Cop, I'm putting you under arrest. Her, unbuttoning his shirt. What about now? Ma'am, this isn't high school. Bees get you nowhere. What does that mean? You have to get A's or D's? Like, you gotta get D's.
There's a direction this joke could head, and I think we should avoid that one.
And see, in a world of greedy billionaires, be these guys. The man responsible for 99% Arizona tea, and the man responsible for the Costco. Yeah, so as soon as it's kind of like Gabe Newell, right? As soon as they die, it's going to go to hell.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, like with Elon too, people are upset that Elon's the world's first trillionaire, but the only reason that he's a trillionaire is because of the companies he owns are being run by him, and they're worth $1 trillion in his hands. You know,
Yeah.
once
No,
you get rid
Stu,
of
he lucked into it, Stu. He lucked into it.
yeah, well, yeah, everyone thinks it's luck. It's ridiculous.
It's all luck. It's all luck. You just happened to get $1 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
And see. Okay. All this stuff. And yeah, that's kind of how they depict John Wick in the movies. Yeah, he's like the god of death.
Sure.
Looks pretty cool. All right, chat. All right, we're going to end the stream for the day. Thank you for everyone joining me. Thank you much, Stu, for joining me today. Thank you much, Chat, for always being best chat. I'll be one of the rest of your day. See you again, of course, next time.